And we're coming to you live tonight from Ed Locker Stadium here in Caddo Mills, Texas. It's homecoming night here. Special little start time tonight as we're going to have a band performance here at 7 o'clock here for homecoming. So we're about an hour away from kickoff between your undefeated 3-0 Caddo Mills Foxes and the 4-0, very different mascot. You don't hear this a lot in the state of Texas, the Aubrey Chaparrals.
Yeah, so I did a Google search on that, and I guess it's bushes or some kind of a thicket.
Well, the mascot's a bird.
They've got a bird up there
on their helmet. So it seems like it's been forever since we were over the Luke Allison suite over in the scissor lift across the field tonight. But we are in the brand new TX Roofing Studio here at Ed Locker Stadium. Good shout out to Gary over at TX Roofing for getting this hooked up.
Yeah, it's a little bit of an upgrade from the scissor lift, I'd say.
Got Justin Poprider riding shotgun with me tonight the whole game, and of course Mark Sweeney down on the sideline have a new feature for tonight's game that super producer Ross Van Huss has put together for us. But man, it seems like it's been forever since the Foxes beat the Eagles 54-27 here at Ed Locker.
Yeah, that was it does seem like a long time ago. That was a good game, a lot of offense, not very much defense, but when you hang almost over 100 points combined, that's definitely a lot of the ball moving up and down the field. And I would look for some similar game lines today. Aubrey's a little bit even more run heavy than Canton was, but I'd look for quite a bit of offense today as well.
Well, last game, Tyler Townley, of course, 274 yards passing. Also had 324 yards on the ground. He had a lot of that. Pounds had the bulk of the carries against Canton. Did not really do the platoon running back thing against Canton.
No, and I think when you have Townley back there, he is the quarterback, running back, leading rusher, leading passer. So he is the running game, and it's nice to have somebody to complement. Pounds did a pretty good job of running just some hard-nosed runs, and that's always good. It's good to have backs like that to come in and get some garbage yards that really matter in the game plan.
So Aubrey comes in 4-0. Man, they beat Terrell 49-20. Also had a win over Kaufman the week before that. They're led by super sophomore running back Mr. Brylan Colgrove. Man, he has been pretty much a bulk of their rushing attack as he had a part of a 365 attack against Terrell. But, man, against the Kaufman Lions, Aubrey rushed for a total of 529 yards against the Lions.
They don't try to hide it. They are a running team. They run a single wing. A wing T offense. They get quick straight out of the huddle. They run straight to the line of scrimmage, snap the ball. Aubrey's run that offense for several years, and they can throw the ball. I think they got into a spread offense a little bit late in the first half against Terrell, but their bread and butter is running the ball, and they're going to try to run it down your throat every single play.
So Aubrey comes in here 4-0. They've not lost a game all year. Of course, if you'll hear the Donaghy GMC and Ford Coach Crane, this is a tongue twister, man. Coach Cody Crane show coming up. He really talked about this will be the first time the Foxes has seen a true hand-in-the-dirt tight end maybe since he's been here.
Yeah, and they've got a couple of real big guys, 6'5" and 6'6", 80 and 88, Jet Runyon and Wyatt Dyer. They bulk up that. Anytime you run a wing T offense like that, having good tight ends is very important to the way that they run that ball. So both sides of the ball, those two guys, you can see them on film. They stick up out of the ends of the line of scrimmage like I don't know, something tall on the end of the line of scrimmage.
So anyways, let's get right to it. This is a abbreviation of 2 weeks' worth of interviews that Ross Van Huss has put together. So presented by Donaghy GMC and Ford in Greenville, here's this week's Coach Cody Crane Show. This is Cody Hawkins with the Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network here at the Caddo Creamery for our second live with Coach Crane interview here. We got us a little crowd tonight, and we'll get to those people after the interview. Reminding you, this is also brought to you by Donaghy GMC and Ford over in Greenville. Well, Coach, you beat Canton last week, 57-47, just a real grinded-out football game. 274 passing, 324 rushing. Was you expecting that kind of a dogfight and that kind of a ball game?
No, not really. But we know in the state of Texas, everybody's well coached. Everybody plays good. Everybody's going to be up to play us, especially being 2-0. And so probably not going in, but we knew that any week it can be a hard-fought game. And so it was, and I felt like our kids responded extremely well.
You know, we talked about last week's interview with some injuries at running back. He kind of had a platoon. This week, Connor Pounds took a bulk of the carries, did an excellent job. Was he a decision he showed up the much in practice, or was that just a feel of what a physical player he already is?
Well, we wanted to get Connor more touches the week before. Didn't happen. And so going in, we knew that we wanted to see what he had at running back. He played some H-back for us and some different things, but Connor's a strong, extremely fast kid and got in and made an impact right away. The second play of the game, I think he had an 18-yard carry and another one in the first drive was our offensive player of the week and did an outstanding job.
You know, you had a receiver and a corner that definitely was a mismatch, but Thomason was up to the challenge on Pickens all night. I mean, a guy that we kind of talked about in pregame was really going to be the X factor for Canton, was kind of quiet. How did you prepare Thomason for that challenge?
Coach Swinson did a great job with him, you know, and we wanted to go get up in his face and get physical and challenge him. Yeah. And Jason was our defensive player of the week. I think held him to one, maybe two catches for very minimal yards, and that was odd for him. He is their leading receiver, and so we took away what they wanted to do. Talked about last week about making them beat us left-handed, and felt like Jason did a good job with that.
You know, speaking on the defensive side of the ball, there was a lot of not big plays, but Canton definitely had a big offensive line. But your defensive line, man, you had some guys that had monster games. What was the feeling when Brian Jones jumped back there and had that sack to really put pressure on Canton to having to make a play on fourth down to stay in the game?
Right, and he's a great player. And we feel like our defensive line does a good job. And after we went back and watched the films, there's some things that we all did good and some things that we did bad. But our defensive line is athletic enough that they can make plays in the fourth quarter, and that's what they pride themselves on, and that's what Brian did. And whenever he made that sack, you know, they really got behind the chains and gave us an opportunity to finish the game.
You know, Jacob Hall's another player that really played with a hat on all night long, hustled his rear end off every play, chasing around that quarterback. And, of course, Cade for Canton was hard to tackle as well.
Right, yes, sir. Jacob Hall plays super hard, and it doesn't matter what he's doing, where he's at. Jacob's going to go hard. Jacob's going to play hard.
You know, on the penalties this week kind of seemed to get us behind a few times. Did y'all do anything different in practice this week to limit penalties?
Well, that is a constant focus. And what we feel like we can control is pre-snap and post-snap penalties. And those are the things that we worked on, that we made sure we reminded our kids about. And hopefully that will be better this coming week.
You know, you hate to say the old coach speak, bend but don't break on defense. There was times where it seemed like this thing was going to be a who had the ball last type thing. How do you feel like your team's adversity responded to it on the offensive side and the defensive side of the ball? Kind of when you come off a game like Bullard that you kind of drove the bus all night until you get to a game like Canton where it's literally a bounce here and a bounce there, and that might be a different ball game.
Absolutely. And that's what, whenever, you know, we live in 2020, and it is offensive, whether it's college, pro, high school, offense is hard to stop. And with the invent, the quarterback, shotgun, read, you know, I can propose that they're playing with 12, really, that quarterback is also a running back, and it's hard. And we know all of our team goals on defense is momentum goals. And if we make those key stops at times, then that's what's going to turn the corner and let us go score and win those shootout games. We don't like to be in them. Obviously, we don't. We want to play great defense. And there were some things like, you know, Friday night. And once again, it was situational defense. We had them at third down. We make a tackle for a loss, get a penalty called, a horse collar. Horrible time, but it was a horse collar. It's nothing the kid did bad, but now instead of punting it, they get a first down. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. That's how it goes, and we just got to take care of the opportunity whenever it poses itself.
You know, you think about with Tyler Townley, man, he is just on a tear right now statistically. How did he come to the sideline after the interception, then going and getting the interception to kind of seal it? That's how you bookend the game for him, kind of having that moment of, oh no, we got him.
Well, Tyler's the ultimate competitor.
Yeah.
You know, we're going to do some things, put the ball in his hands, and let him make good decisions. You know, for whatever happened, you know, there's an interception thrown, and we talk about control the controllables, play the next play. There's nothing we can do about that. Play the next play. Let's have total sharp focus on the next play and go make a play. And he did that, you know, to go avenge himself and make that interception. Great for him.
Yeah. You know, the special teams with the deal all night long. Most of you guys, you and Canton both, never started a drive literally past your own 40.
Right.
Was that something you saw on film? I knew that the player from camp number 21 took one to the house last week, the week before against Lamar. Was that just kind of a keep away for you guys?
Yes, sir. And that's what, you know, we didn't want to, in a game like that especially, we don't want to give them anything cheap. We want to go out and force them to earn it. Coach Swinson coaches our special teams and does a great job. And yes, you know, there will be times that we're trying to play keep away, you know, and pooch it, get down there, cover it, and let our defense go play the game.
Put a ball in Canton last week. You know, we're at a limited capacity there at Ed Locker. Home crowd seemed loud. What was your opinion of the home crowd? You're right in front of them all game. How did the home crowd there at Ed Locker do last week?
You know, you could look up and know that we weren't at capacity. You knew that, but the atmosphere that our fans provided was fantastic for our kids. And that's the first home game, and now they get to play in front of their home crowd and loud, and our band's playing, and it was a great as good an atmosphere as it can be.
Well, Coach, me and you were doing this interview last week. We were getting ready to play Waxahachie Life, and then life happened, and we get a call at 9 a.m. saying no game Friday. How did the team respond to a cancellation like that? Of course, they were bummed, but were you able to kind of keep them in a good spirit?
Absolutely, they were bummed. So basically, after we heard the news that we weren't playing, we had about 30 minutes to gather our thoughts, and then we pulled all of our kids, our JV, our green team, our JV white team, and our varsity team in, and let them know that the game was canceled. And that is like a lot of things in life. We have a choice, and we told our kids, we told them that we have to make this the best thing possible for our season. So we went forward. We had brought our kids back up on Saturday and went through a walkthrough, went through film on this week, and got a little bit extra preparation. And I think our kids believe that that's the best thing that can happen to us as we move forward in our season.
You know, you schedule these games out sometimes 2 years in advance. Not to say it's a personal reason, but will you be looking for a new Week 4 opponent in 2021?
Well, we can't because we signed a 2-year contract with them.
Gotcha.
And so we have to play them next year. But, you know, it's just something that happened for whatever reason, and we got to move forward with it.
Yeah. So, of course, do you approach this week as an average bye week? Is that how you coached it, having a week off unplanned, get some guys healthy? How did you approach having a week off?
Well, we went, you know, if you look at it, we got the news on Thursday. So we had the news on Thursday. We didn't do anything with them after school Thursday or Friday. We brought them up Saturday, and then we started preparing just like normal for the Aubrey week. We had our Monday practice just like normal. Well, we had it planned just like normal, and then the rains came and caused us a little bit of difference there. Tuesday was normal. Wednesday was our Zip Pop Day, what we call Zip Pop Day. So as far as the Aubrey week goes, we carried on just like normal.
You know, your offense was hot going into to Waxahachie Life. Do you feel like just having that one day off, the offense will continue to score points, kind of churn and keep going?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You know, I think there might be rust, but that's what we talked about going into the first game as well. So we have had practice. We try to put our kids in practice in highly competitive situations, and we think that helps them in the game. This week, I thought offensively we were as sharp and as crisp as we've probably been in a while. You know, and if you think about it, since the beginning of time, High school kids have never understood the finality of the end of football season whenever they're a senior.
Yeah.
And this group, maybe for the very first time, maybe can understand that. We thought as a coaching staff, our practices probably was as sluggish, as slow leading up to the live game as they've been all year. And so we try to use this opportunity to educate and know how fast a game, a season, a lifetime of playing football can be over with. And so we had a lot more energy this week. We did a lot more bounce around and had a good week of football practice.
You know, had some running backs banged up. Of course, Pounds had a lot of the carries against Canton. Is Neal ready to go? Is he healthy enough to go, you think, this week?
We are playing it day by day. He is in a treatment every morning. He was in there this afternoon. He has practice this week, and it will just be a game time decision how he's moving around.
Well, one of the questions I had you answered earlier, you know, Farmersville did pick up a game October 2nd. You guys are saying you're just going to keep it as a regular bye week with Farmersville picking up a game. Is that correct?
This coming up after?
Yeah.
Don't know.
Okay.
Right now, as we sit, I would say yes, it'll be a regular bye week. But if the right situation presents itself and we think that's the best thing for our football team, then obviously we would go for doing that, and we have that flexibility now. But as we are sitting right now, it is a bye week, and we will make decisions as they present themselves, as opportunities present themselves.
You know, I follow you on Twitter, and I saw your little setup Friday night. You had Sunnyvale on one TV, Aubrey on the next. That was pretty cool, little poolside football action.
You know, it was extremely cool, and I hated not being able to play. It was miserable. But, you know, just to be able to watch and watch high school football teams and games, and, you know, it was phenomenal.
You know, Aubrey comes in, of course, they're 4-0. They beat the Terrell Tigers 49-20. Looks to be a team that runs the ball quite a bit, rushed for 365 yards, run kind of a wing tee. How's that been a challenge, maybe seeing an offense you don't see every day with your defense?
Well, first of all, we haven't seen a tight end, I don't think, all year. Well, not consistently.
Gainesville had the big kid, but y'all covered,
and they split him out, too, quite a bit.
Yeah.
But just a consistent hand-in-the-ground tight end, we haven't seen it all year. And so we're going to see that whenever we get into district. And so that's the reason why we scheduled Aubrey, is because we'll see a tight end with Sunnyvale. We'll see a tight end with Community. We'll see a tight end with Quinlan, I know for sure. And then we have a couple new head coaches in the district. But we're going to see tight end those games. And so we need to see that. We need to see the physical nature of those offenses. And it will be an education for us defensively this week playing a tight end.
Got a player number 21, I'm hoping I'm saying this, Colgrove, as I think is how I'm pronouncing his last name, seems to kind of be the bell cow, and you're saying he's only a sophomore.
He is a sophomore, and I think their quarterback is phenomenal too. Their quarterback is extremely, extremely accurate, especially for a wing T quarterback. You know, there are times that he puts it in a small window and delivers the ball well. 21 can carry the ball, and he is electric once he gets into space. You know, we were watching the game last week, and Terrell returned the first opening kickoff, and that Terrell kid looked like he could run, and he was gone, and 21 was gathering up on him, and if he would have had 5 more yards, we would have probably caught him. So that kid is not only runs hard, but he is extremely fast as well.
You know, on the kickoff return, we were kind of watching the broadcast off and on. We saw that. Is that something y'all saw on film with your talented guys in the back returning kicks? You think maybe special teams may be something to capitalize off this week?
That is something that we are always looking to improve. Whether it's kickoff return, punt return, we are always looking to gain an advantage in special teams. And yes, we hope that you know, we have thought, you know, just break down on special teams, you know, that we haven't had the game-changing plays yet, and we hope those are to come because we want to work hard on special teams. We want to make special teams important to our kids, and we want to see those game-changing plays.
Over on the defensive side, 176 yards to Terrell, but they gave up 303 to Kaufman. The numbers are kind of big for you guys on offense. Do you think y'all can score and consistently match up well with
Well, you know, Looking forward to it. They have a sophomore defensive tackle that is extremely undersized and extremely fast. It is hard for the big guys to block him because he will slant, he will move, and it is extremely good. Kaufman playing in, that was a late game that they picked up. And I know us, if we had to go in and play them, they had, I believe, off the top of my head, it was 27 different formations. If we had to go execute our defense against 27 formations without preparation, that would be extremely hard. So I know that was hard on them. But yes, hopefully offensively, we will be patient. We think that they play a bend but don't break defense. Going to put 4 people back and make us work for everything we have. We've talked about our kids about patience all week. Move the chains and go finish drives in the end zone.
This week being homecoming, it's a different homecoming. We're sold out, but at 50% capacity, it's we could say it's a sellout. Any distractions with the team going into homecoming week?
There always are. There always are, and hopefully, as a coaching staff, you can see what those are and address them, and sometimes you can't.
Yeah.
And especially, we had issues today with several of our kids' parents didn't get tickets.
Yeah.
And so those distractions are going to be there, and we've got to do a great job of seeing that and addressing those issues as we move forward.
Okay, last question. Of course, we've already got some other interview on tape we're going to kind of splice together. You've got some homecoming memories probably from high school or college, or what is your favorite? Was you ever the homecoming king, or?
We didn't do that. Whatever. I don't know when that started, but way back. I guess one of my favorite memories is what we did do is there was a crown bearer. Like, I guess at a wedding, like a ring bearer.
Yeah.
And so whenever I got a picture of me in the newspaper, I was probably, 4 years old, 5 years old, dressed out in full gear, being the crown bearer. So that might be it.
So you were the crown bearer.
I guess.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, Coach, let's go get a win against Aubrey.
Hey, sounds
buddy.
good.
And that was this week's Coach Cody Crane Show here on the Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network, brought to you by Donaghy GMC and Ford. We're going to have to take a pause here, maybe in about 7 or 8 minutes, as they're doing the band performance here right before the game at 7 o'clock. Then they'll just crown the queen at halftime. Well, Justin, if you listen to that interview, just a coach that really has there will be some rust. There will be a little bit of hype not getting to play last week. A lot of seniors realizing last homecoming game here at Ed Locker. And I don't think Coach Crane is denying the fact that Aubrey's a good football team.
Oh, yeah. They're definitely a good football team. And Coach Crane doesn't generally underestimate an opponent. So Aubrey's a team that you really have to prepare for because you don't get a lot of pre-snap looks. You don't get time to reset your defense. They break the huddle fast, run straight, snap the ball. You don't have time to move, so you got to have a pretty solid base defense that you can move right at the snap and adjust to things on the fly quickly. They run a lot of pace, and obviously they run the ball a lot.
And that was the Coach Cody Crane Show here, Week 5 edition. I do want to remind everybody that is being recorded live over at the Caddo Creamery in downtown Caddo Mills every Wednesday night. I do the interview there with Coach Crane, and then he actually takes Q&A for about 45 minutes. Had a good crowd this week of about 15 people that were there at the Caddo Creamery. So very good time. Coach Crane's very, very open about the program and certain plays and alignment. Even talked a little junior varsity football this week after the game. So that is every single Wednesday night at 6:30 at the Caddo Creamery. I will tell you this, she's pumping out some sweets over there at that place, man.
Yeah, it's a good little shop, and it definitely fits well into this city or this town. Keep me out of there for too much, so I'm not having to change shirt sizes again.
Absolutely. Do want to remind everybody we got some events coming up here in town and got the school promotions here. Fox cards are on sale now. This is the best Fox card ever. Over 30 businesses are on the Fox cards this year. We also pays for itself. You can use it in Caddo Mills, Royce City, or Greenville this time around. You go to the table downstairs tonight across from the concession stand. $20. Let them show you how to purchase it online or on your phone. You can do that at the Caddo Mills Middle School website page or on Facebook. Reminder, all the proceeds for the Caddo Mills Middle School PTO students, teachers, as well as senior scholarships. And, man, I got this thing. Kevin just gave me his. You got a McDonald's. Caddo Creamery's on here. Huddle House. alumni, a lot of our sponsors we do business with here on the network, Soul Man's Barbecue, Golden Chick, Sports Clips, Sonic. Man, a lot of discounts. You can do that online, or you can do it tonight if you're listening to this broadcast. You're in the stadium right across the street from the concession stand. The Fox cards are on sale now, so pretty cool there. Good stuff on the Caddo Mills Fox card over for the middle school PTO. Also, another event coming up here in town is Casino Night for the Caddo Mills ISD Education Foundation. That is going to be October the 3rd. That's a Saturday. $50 a ticket. Of course, limited quantities available. Live music, barbecue, and auction, a dance, all kinds of cool events going on there. Go to cmisdeducationfoundation.org. We'll have a commercial in the broadcast tonight as well. So a lot of cool things going on to help these teachers and educators out here in Caddo Mills ISD.
Absolutely. That's a good event. They do that every year, and it's really well put together, and it's a good time. So get out there if you can.
Man, you could not ask for a better Northeast Texas evening here tonight for football, man. There's a breeze, not a cloud in the sky. I mean, it's about 33 minutes here before kickoff. You know, looking back here, like me and you were talking, you know, Aubrey running a wing tee, true tight end. You know, this team's not a slouch. They were all the way in the area playoffs last year and lost to the eventual state champion in Texarkana Pleasant Grove.
Yeah, and they've won 3 consecutive by-district championships. I mean, it's the old if it ain't broke, don't fix it. So they run the wing tee, they run it from the time they're babies, you know, and that's the kind of program where they build it from the youth sports. They're running similar offense, and then they just add on and add on and add on, and by the time they're here, like I said, they run it flawlessly.
Also, remind everybody, TX Roofing, want to thank him a lot tonight, Gary at TX. He got us, we're actually in the press box right about the 45-yard line upstairs here at Ed Locker Stadium. Want to thank him and Pete Rowe for knocking out, getting us some internet up here and being able to broadcast to you guys tonight.
Yeah, it's nice up here.
Well, after tonight, of course, Caddo Mills, it's going to be kind of odd. You had a bye week you hadn't planned for, then you have another bye week, and then, of course, district opens with Sunnyvale.
Yeah, and that's going to be – Sunnyvale's had a tough go just because they had to kind of fly by night and schedule some teams, and they scheduled a gauntlet. So they're not as bad as their record looks. They're still going to be a real tough matchup, and there's a reason they were picked to win our district this year. So I know that Coach Crane and his coaching staff were watching film last Friday. They had the Aubrey game going, and they had film on Sunnyvale going as well. So they're not looking past this, but they're definitely not – looking past Sunnyvale either. So
yeah, remind everybody that the 5A, some of the 5A schools have opened this week. So as we go around the Metroplex tonight doing our scores, you'll hear that our little app here, our Friday Night Football app, is now getting full. You'll start seeing names like Royce City and some of these bigger schools are getting kicked off this week. And, of course, the larger 6A programs get going. Had a game last night, kind of an upset over there in Frisco as North Forney upset Frisco Lone Star last night, 34-31 over in Frisco. That's kind of a semi-upset, as a lot of people had Lone Star as a kind of a cheeky state championship pick.
Yeah, that's I didn't see that yesterday, but North Forney's got some good stuff moving on over there as well.
So, yeah, and then Quinlan Ford, one of our district foes here, is actually playing over in Hutchins. They've already kicked off the ball, and Quinlan's up 3-0 on Hutchins right now. So a lot of action going on, teams trying to all of a sudden start squeezing in and getting these games in. I do want to remind everybody at the TX halftime show this week, we will have our first live guest as Skylar Camacho, girls AD and head volleyball coach, to join us up here in the booth for halftime. So get to kind of see what's going and coming in her programs, volleyball and softball and girls basketball and all that is Lady Foxes up here tonight at halftime.
Yeah, that'll be a nice change of pace, get some other sports represented. It'll be good exposure for them, and they're doing a lot of good things with all those programs.
So we're going to take a time out here. You're listening to the Fox pregame show right here on the Fox Radio Network.
Hey Fox fans, this is Mark Sweeney, one half of the Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network, inviting you to a true old school barbershop, but with a modern twist. I'm talking about 1885 Barbershop Shave and Parlor, located in downtown Roy City. They're a barbershop that practices the old school ways of a hot towel and a straight razor shave. The main thing is, you feel like you belong right when you walk in the doors, no matter who you are. Support your local barbershop, and when you see the guys, tell them you heard it right here on the Fox Radio Network.
Hey there, Fox fans. Cody Hawkins here with the Cattle Mills Fox Radio Network, coming to you today to talk about TX Steel, a premier custom steel building company serving Hunt County and other surrounding communities. You can reach them at 214-280-3264 for all your steel building needs. They're veteran-owned, and right now they're offering a 5% discount to first responders and teachers. You also get a free consultation and a 5-year warranty with every custom steel building you build. Don't forget, this company's been in business 10-plus years, and they are your go-to for any dreams you have to build in the steel building industry. Don't forget, this spring, when the weather gets a little wicked, don't forget TX Roofing for all your roofing needs. And if you meet the owner, Gary, tell him you heard about it right here on the
Drum majors are Spencer Whitney, Garrett Dumas. Band directors are Brian Myers, Jeremy Watford, Abby Marisette, and Brianna Burnett. And remember, be sure to buy your raffle tickets from your band boosters this evening. Thank you, and we'll see you at the Spirit Line.
What's up, Fox fans? We are so excited to tell you about the Caddo Mills Education Foundation. The Caddo Mills Education Foundation is a 501c3 nonprofit organization that provides grants to teachers for innovative and creative ideas that help foster a love of learning in the mind.
Hey there, Fox fans. Cody Hawkins here with the Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network, coming to you tonight to talk about TX Steel, your premier custom steel builder serving Hunt County and all surrounding communities. They're veteran-owned, and right now they're offering a 5% discount to teachers and first responders. Also, with any purchase, you get a free consultation. So call those guys and help them build your dream at 214-280-3264. And don't forget, folks, this spring, if the weather gets a little wicked, don't forget about TX Roofing for all your roofing needs. And if you see the owner, Gary, tell him you heard about it right here on the Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network. And we're back here at Ed Locker Stadium here on homecoming night here on the Fox Radio Network. About 15 minutes here before halftime. Great performance there by our band and our Fox cheerleaders. A little pregame tonight because it is homecoming night, and at halftime we'll be crowning a brand new homecoming queen here in Caddo Mills. Well, Pop, big ball game here. Kind of a measuring stick game, maybe a little early to say that. Well, what does Caddo Mills have to do, the intangibles? We know you have to slow down the wing T, maybe the tight end. What do you think they have to do to slow down this Aubrey offense?
Well, you've got to be able to load the box against them, and we run a pretty small, fast defense. So sure tackling, you got to get off your blocks. Your linemen have to have their head on a swivel because they pull linemen every single play. You're going to have to be watching lot blocks coming from the left, coming from the right. It's not just a straight heads up, pro style blocking scheme. So they got to be sure tackling, and then the offense has to be firing on all cylinders to take advantage of all the opportunities that they'll get.
One thing that I was talking to Coach Crane during the Q&A last week over at Caddo Creamery for the Coach Cody Crane show. One thing, I don't think he wants this to turn into a shootout. I don't think he wants it to be Canton to where it's back and forth, back and forth. He knows his defense is going to have to make some stops and get his offense back the ball to win this game.
Absolutely, and they're going to need some big plays. And he alluded to that in the pregame show, and they're going to need to be able to get a couple turnovers, have that turnover chain going, and an offense that runs the ball like Aubrey does is a ball control offense. So they try to grind out the clock. Anytime a team runs as much as they do, they generally possess the ball a lot more. So with our offense being a quick strike, spread, throw the ball around type of an offense, you got to take advantage of everything you get, and you got to count on some of those intangibles, some special teams plays. You got to count on turnovers and changing the field.
Another thing that Coach Crane said during the interview was that Savion Neal was going to be a week, day-by-day, game-time decision. I'll be curious to see running the football tonight. Are we going to have a platoon-type situation, or will we see Connor Pounds taking more of the carries?
I really liked what I saw 2 weeks ago with Connor running the ball. I think he gives it's a nice thunder and lightning, if you will, with Townley and his speed, and then Connor kind of bruiser running the ball through the middle. He had that one, I don't know if you saw that highlight where he just clocked that defender. Yeah. It was a nice looking highlight. So I like the way he runs the ball. I like his kind of down to the ground bruiser style. There's no frills. It's just I'm going to run you over, and that's a nice change of pace to what Townley brings to the table.
Absolutely. Want to thank everybody listening tonight at home here on homecoming night. Of course, Ed Locker Stadium at 50% capacity tonight, but a great little crowd here tonight at Ed Locker. I mean, you have that homecoming feel, very, very festive feel tonight here at Ed Locker.
Yeah, and they got it all decorated up with the little tassels and pictures, and everybody's got their southern frill with all the mums and garters and all that fun stuff. So it's still a good, half the people here, but it still feels full and it still feels energetic, and it's still going to be a good night.
Absolutely. Caddo Mills going to come out tonight with a green-on-green look, white helmet, white numbers trimmed in black. I always been a fan of the color on the color with uniforms tonight. Aubrey's going to come in white on white with the state of Texas logo with this. Even the blow-up here is a bird of a chaparral. So,
yeah. I got to do some research.
Put our crack research team on that.
Yeah.
So we're going to, here in a moment after the school song, we'll probably pause and step away here one more time for the national anthem here at Ed Locker Stadium. As we listen to the playing of the Caddo Mills alma mater here. we're back here now, about 10 minutes ago before kickoff. But, yeah, Aubrey, the Chaparrals, very interesting mascot. You don't really see that a whole lot. Looks more of almost like a San Antonio University road runner.
It looks like a road runner. I don't. That's one that's lost on me.
Yeah. So, of course, here, Caddo looking to go 4-0 before the bye week to go into the big course district opener against Farmersville. Then it's Sunnyvale, correction. It is Sunnyvale next week after the bye week. So, big week. Of course, you know this isn't a district game. So, if you're Coach Crane, another thing you want to do is get everybody out here healthy.
Yes, and really the blessing in disguise last week was you don't like to lose games. I mean, you don't like to not play games. But if you have to find a silver lining to that, they had some kids that were banged up that might not have been able to play last week, or might have gotten more banged up. So they were able to get a couple guys healthy and have a fuller roster today. So.
Of course, the Aubrey ISD, of course, close if you just think Interstate 35 more towards Denton. I had a lot of people ask me this week where Aubrey was, but Aubrey up near Denton is where the city of Aubrey is. But, yeah, they do come out in a white-on-white look with a red and black stripe down the leg. Pretty cool-looking uniform here. Aubrey, a big football team. They have given a size and weights on the roster tonight. Of course, he mentioned Wyatt Dreyer, 6'6", 240.
Yeah, they've got, and that's what anchors a running offense like that, when you have tight ends that are that big and they play both sides of the ball as well. It's a matchup issue, so got to be fast.
Of course, in Jet Runyon, another 6'5", 215 sophomore. I mean, they have moved a lot of kids up, and of course the bell cow running the game, Brylan Colgrove, comes in at 5'10", 145, but he's a sophomore, so you got 2 more years of him.
Yeah, and I was talking to Coach Crane this week, and he said that kid might be the fastest kid they face all year.
Wow.
So with him, and then the running back is one of those hard-nosed running backs. He runs the ball quite a bit, and he orchestrates that offense like he's been running it his whole life. So.
Well, both respective teams are making their way to their tunnels. We're going to take one quick timeout and bring back kickoff right here on the Fox Radio Network. Hey there, Fox fans. Cody Hawkins, one half of the Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network. Here to remind you that it's that time of year again, folks. It's football season, which also means it's grilling season. And there is not another place around to get your fresh-cut sausage or hamburger patties or all the meats for your cowboy game or your tailgate party than Butcherman's Gourmet Sausage located in Burrow, Texas. The Mott family has the widest variety of fresh-cut steaks, hamburger patties, and fresh-made sausage anywhere around. Don't forget, folks, the jalapeno cheddar patties are out of this world. They're always fresh made at Butcherman Sausage located in Burrow, Texas. And if you go in there and you see the Mott family, tell them you heard about them right here on the Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network. And we're back here on the Fox Radio Network, back 7 minutes before kickoff here. Homecoming 2020 here at Ed Locker Stadium. Justin Poprider riding shotgun with me tonight. And the Foxes here making their way on to Ed Locker Stadium. A great home crowd here tonight for homecoming. AccuWeather forecast tonight brought to you by 1885 Barbershop. 74 degrees, supposed to get down to 60 tonight. I hate to say those 2 words, but it's a little football weather.
Oh, my gosh, I love it. You can breathe, the breeze coming in. It's a good energy.
So awesome weather. Remind everybody, halftime guest here on the TX Halftime Show. We'll have girls athletic director Skylar Camacho live in studio, and she'll catch us up with everything of the going on with the Lady Foxes here at Caddo Mills High School. Also, one more time, Fox cards are on sale here at Ed Locker Stadium tonight. You can get them right across from the concession stand down below us, or you can also, and they'll show you how to buy them online on your phone for only $20. Your Fox card this year, over 30 businesses in Caddo Mills, Greenville, and Royce City. So a lot of places to use your discount and your Fox card. Those are on sale tonight here at the stadium or at the middle school PTO or Facebook to get your Fox card here tonight here at Ed Locker Stadium. Of course, different look this year for most high school teams. Only 2 captains this year. Your captain tonight for Caddo Mills, number 2 quarterback Tyler Townley. not necessarily doing the old 3 or 4 captain thing anymore because of social distancing.
Yeah.
So Aubrey won the toss. They will receive. The captain for Aubrey tonight was their quarterback, number 9, Jackson Holder, 5'11", 180-pound senior.
And he's a 3-year starter, so he's a good running back, or he's kind of running back, but he's a good quarterback, and he'll be definitely somebody that we'll be talking about a lot, I'm sure, tonight.
So we're going to pause here and bring the kickoff after the national anthem here on the Fox Radio Network. Anthem done by the mighty Fox Band here tonight at Ed Locker Stadium. Homecoming kickoff coming towards you. Of course, Aubrey will get the first crack on offense tonight. Also want to remind everybody about the Education Foundation Casino Night. That's always a big event here in Caddo Mills. That will be Saturday night, October 3rd, $50 a ticket for Casino Night. And that is for the Caddo Mills ISD live music, barbecue, and auction, a dance. Ton of cool prizes to win. And you definitely want to get involved in that. If you want to offer up a prize or even volunteer, that's CMISDUeducationfoundation.com for the website to get involved in that thing for sure.
Yeah, get out there and get you a good date night in.
So Caddo Mills will get the first crack on defense here. The Roop will be teeing up from his own 40-yard line. Game just about to get under the way here. Want to thank our great sponsors tonight: TX Roofing and Steel, Alumni Sports Grill, Downtown Royce City, Donaghy Ford and GMC in Greenville, 1885 Barbershop, Ken Parker Services, Wrap Garage, Butcherman's Gourmet Sausage, Field of Greens, and also want to throw a shout out to Ann over at Caddo Creamery for hosting the Coach Cody Crane Show every week live Wednesday at 6:30 p.m. Fox will start this game moving left to right here at Ed Locker Stadium. Not much of a breeze. It's a very welcome breeze. I don't think it'll play an issue in the ball game here tonight.
No, I think it'll just give them a little bit of cooling, maybe.
2 return men back there for Aubrey. Number 2, Cook, on one side. On the other, number 4, Skiba. And Root getting ready to kick off the homecoming 2020. Kind of a squib kick. I think the referee whistled it dead. The Runyon was there, would have been the return man there for Aubrey. Big kid, like we mentioned, 6'5", 215.
Yeah, it looked like we were going to just try to do a little pooch, see if we could catch them off guard, put it right in the middle of the holes in the return team, and I imagine they'll go ahead and kick it deep on this one.
So Root now tee it up again from his own 40-yard line. Still trying to get underway here at Ed Locker Stadium. Kick straight up into the air, still moves to the right side. It'll still be taken there quickly by number 80, Runyon. Great starting field position for Aubrey. It'll be first down and 10 for them. They'll be right about their 35-yard line.
Yeah, it just looked like they're trying to avoid some pretty prolific return men back there. So
it'll be first down and 10 Aubrey coming up now from about their own. They gave him a pretty good spot on 37-yard line. Be first down and 10 Chaparrals. Just underway here at Ed Locker Stadium on homecoming night. Jackson Holder leads the Chaparral offense onto the field. Typical a wing T setup for Aubrey. Of course, we've been eluding that all week long. Aubrey breaks the huddle, hustles to the line. Holder now under center. Quick snap's going to hand it off, bumping around. Little to no gain as Caddo Mills did a good job of stacking the box there.
And that's what they'll have to do all night. They're going to run a lot of different looks, and it's going to come fast. So
Cook was the carry man there for Aubrey on that one. No gain.
Resendez on the tackle for the Foxes. Second down.
So now 2nd down and 9 for the Chaparrals. This time Holder under center again this time. It's going to be false start as it looks like the big end there, number 72, Bryden Berger, jumped off sides for Aubrey. So Caddo Mills, man, getting a little help here on Aubrey's first possession of the night.
yeah, and when you run that fast, you got it. There's a lot of moving parts, and a lot of things have to happen quickly. So you'll see. I saw last week in the game against Terrell that happened several times.
So ball back to the Chaparral 30. Holder's going to snap it, fake it, rolling out. Now he's on the run. 30, 35, 40. Clip down, has an Aubrey first down with a flag thrown late here in the middle of the field.
Yeah, Pound's got his legs taken out.
That might be a penalty there against the Chaparral.
Yeah, they had that was an unnecessary block, but we'll take it. It's a 15-yard penalty, or it will be.
When Holder made that corner, man, there was not a fox over there, man. He just he kept trotting. So another penalty called against Aubrey has backed them up again.
And that's the kind of stuff that that we need to happen during this game. You need the X factor type stuff. You don't want to call it luck, but those mistakes help you out quite a bit.
Yeah.
So.
Still 2nd down for Aubrey after 2 big penalties. 11:06 first quarter, Ed Locker Stadium, 0-0 here between the Foxes and the Chaparrals. Holder's now in shotgun formation, drops back, sling it, has a tight end wide open, and that's the big guy, number 88, Wyatt Dreyer. And he was wide open there in the middle of the Caddo Mills defense.
He's a big target, so.
It'll be 3rd down for Chaparrals, 3rd down and long.
10-yard gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down for the
It'll be
visitors.
3rd down and 15, Chaparrals. Seeing what we do here, as now they've got 4 wide receivers, 3 down low, 1 back in the backfield. Holder takes the snap, rolls right, looking for a man, slings it downfield, has one open and just overthrew him. That pass was intended for number 8, Jackson Jennings, for the Chaparrals. So not quite your typical 3 and out, but the Foxes get off the field allowing a first down. And that 3 and out stop this week brought to you by Wrap Garage over there in Caddo Mills. If you have any wrapping needs or stickers made, definitely go by Wrap Garage and tell them you heard about them here on the Fox Radio Network. Townley here to return the punt for the Foxes back here at his own 40-yard line. Aubrey punting from their own 15. Punt straight up into the air. Takes an Aubrey bounce, takes another one. Townley is going to take it about the 25-yard line, and there was just a ton of white jerseys there in front of Townley.
Yeah, he didn't have much room. He picked that up just to keep it from bouncing another 10, 15 yards.
You know, the Caddo Mills sideline very hyped up after getting off the field. I think this team probably heard at nauseum how great Aubrey was offensively, so to get off the field on the first drive of the night was a heck of a feather in the cap for Caddo Mills.
Absolutely. That is not a better way to start a game. When you have a team that runs the ball like they do, you put them behind the sticks on early downs, they can't run the ball like they want to, so they've got to revert into the back of their playbook with the spread packages and throwing the ball, and that's not their game plan.
First down and 10, Caddo Mills at their own 27-yard line. Townley in shotgun, pounds in the backfield with him. 3 wide receivers, 2 near, 1 far, takes the snap. Fakes it, has a hole up the middle. Townley's on the move, and it's swallowed up very quickly. Very quickly was Townley tackled. Had a little daylight there for a moment, and he was tackled by number 4, Seba, for the Chaparrals. Gain of 1 makes it 2nd down and 9 for Caddo Mills at their own 27-yard line. 9:51 to go, first quarter here at Ed Locker. Townley in shotgun formation again. Single back in the backfield with him. Takes the snap, drops back, pocket's kind of clean. Now he's on the move across the 25 to the 30. 35-40, got a penalty flag back at about the 22.
So we're going to get a hold and move it back.
Townley had a little bit of daylight and was like smoke through a keyhole there. And it will be a holding call against Caddo Mills. So both teams coming out here got a little yellow fever.
Yeah, it's a rusty start for both sides, but hopefully we can get something going here.
It'll be 2nd down and 19 for Caddo Mills. The penalty brought them back to about their 23-yard line. As Pounds is in the backfield, Townley's in a shotgun formation, 4 wide, trips down low, 1 up top, all alone. Oh, and he may have drew him off sides. We'll see if that's going to be encroachment against Aubrey or if Caddo jumped. Wait to hear the call. It will be encroachment, the call against for Aubrey. So we get 5 yards back on 2nd down.
Encroachment on the defense. That's a 5-yard penalty.
2nd down, 14 for Caddo Mills. 9:20 to go, first quarter. Like Pop Ryder said, been kind of a sloppy start.
The good thing for us is our game plan is a lot more conducive to being behind the sticks than theirs. So we're fine with plus yardage situations. We can throw the ball around. So
same formation for Caddo, 4 wide receivers, Pounds in the backfield. Townley drops back, pressure's on, looking for a man, throws it downfield, has Bean open. Bean's got it. Great play. Townley to Bean, all the way down to the Aubrey 30-yard line. Bean had 2 steps on the defender, and Townley put it right on him in a huge play for the Foxes as they're in Aubrey territory.
Lots of credit to that offensive line. He had a day to throw that ball.
So 1st down and 10 Caddo now at the Aubrey 25-yard line. Townley in shotgun again, drops back, surveys the field, looking for a man. Has a man here in the flat. That's Bean again, and just overthrew Gavin just by a hair. Took a shot there at the end for the Chaparrals as number 53, Jacob Palladino, came in there like a rocket after Townley threw the football. Shocked we didn't have a penalty on that. So it's 2nd down and 10. Foxes now at the Chaparral 25-yard line. 8:41 to go, first quarter. Townley in shotgun, 5 wide, empty backfield. May have drew him again. Free play for Caddo Mills. He's just going to chunk it in the end zone. And the pass falls incomplete. It was intended for Davis. Correction, that's 12 or that's 21. That'd be Toomey. Passing for Toomey. We're waiting. We thought maybe Chaparrals jumped off sides, and they did. So Caddo goes to the hard count. And it will be 2nd down for Caddo Mills. 2nd down and 5 for the Foxes now at the Chaparral 20-yard line. 4 wide receivers for Townley. 2 left, 2 right. Takes the snap. He's going to take it himself. Design run right up the middle. First Chaparral that got there couldn't hold on to him as he broke the tackle of number 25, Wesley Huber. And
good little shake there.
We'll see how short. It will be 3rd down. Be 3rd down and 2. Right about the Chaparral 17-yard line. So 3rd down and 2, 8:09 to go, first quarter. Homecoming 2020 here at Ed Locker Stadium in a very fast-moving first quarter. Townley back in shotgun formation, 3 wide receivers, 1 back in the backfield. It's Pounds. Fakes it to Pounds, throws in the flat to Bean. Bean makes a move, has a Caddo Mills first down.
That's a good route right there. Just got what he needed and got down.
Cook tackled him quickly, but it is a Fox first down. Remind everybody the Foxes scored 28 points tonight. You can take this virtual ticket stub to Alumni for half-price appetizers after the game if the Foxes score 28 plus tonight. Alumni Grill, downtown Royce City. Townley back in shotgun, has a man in motion at Saldivar. This time he's going to fake it to Pounds and run right up the middle. A little bit of daylight for Townley. Got a couple. Thought he may have handed it off to Jet there for a moment.
Yeah, so Aubrey runs a similar defense. They try to clog up the box, similar to what they do on offense. So there's not a lot going in the middle, but that's we still have to run those plays just to keep the ends honest, and spread the field wide open and have those pass plays be there.
So second down for Caddo, 5 wide receivers, trips down low, 2 up top. Townley and shotgun, play clock down to about 11. Drops back, pockets clean, looking for a man. Pockets getting noisy. Townley's on the move, goes up the middle.
Yes,
he may score. Touchdown, Foxes. Number 3, Harden for Aubrey. He just got juked out of his shoes there by Townley.
Man, that offensive line they showed up tonight. And they are not getting beat. And Townley's got all day to make moves. He's got big holes to sneak through, and he just made it happen.
Of course, that touchdown brought to you by Donaghy Ford and GMC over in Greenville. If you do go in there for a new GMC or Ford, tell Chance you heard about it right here on the Fox Radio Network. 6:49, 6-0 Foxes here, homecoming 2020. Remind everybody on the TX Roofing and Steel halftime show, we'll have girls AD Skylar Camacho here live in studio to talk about a little Lady Fox action here at Caddo Mills High School. So Caddo Mills strikes first as Root puts it through, and we'll take a timeout here on the Fox Radio Network. Hey there, Fox fans. This is Cody Hawkins, one half of the Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network, inviting you to Alumni Sports Grill located in downtown Royce City. They've got everything you need for any sports you need. TVs, wall-to-wall, Mavericks, Rangers, Stars, and Cowboys. And don't forget, folks, it's college football on Saturdays and the big event, the NFL Sunday Ticket, wall-to-wall football on Sundays. Any team you root for, they've got the TV for you. Don't forget daily specials, including Wing Wednesday and Taco Tuesday. And if you do see the owner, Tim, tell him you heard about it right here on the Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network. And we're back here at Ed Locker Stadium. Caddo leads Aubrey 6. They're going to say, we actually went for 2. It was a penalty on the extra point, and Caddo went for 2. And it's now 8-0 Foxes here, 6:49 to go in the first quarter. Yeah, man, SEC football finally kicks off tomorrow, and there won't be a better place in town to watch a little football action over at Alumni. So he'll have it going, big screens, wall-to-wall everywhere. So 8-0 Caddo Mills after a drive that didn't get off to a great start, had some penalties, but man, once again, Townley to Bean got it going.
Yeah, and it's been a powerful connection, obviously, since they played youth football together, and so that type of chemistry with a receiver is obviously an incredibly powerful thing. And when this offense gets going, on the backs of big gains like that to Bean and the rest of these receivers, it blows everything wide open and really makes it hard on a defense.
So Roop will tee it from his own 40-yard line. Cook and Skiba back there deep for the Chaparrals. Great booming kick by Roop, taking it about the 20. And it was taken at the 20-yard line or 25, Wesley Huber, and he slipped down, and the old turf monster made an appearance here tonight.
Grabbed them cleats and pulled them down. That's a high 20 right there, I think.
So the ball actually placed at about the 22-yard line of Aubrey. So Aubrey's last drive was aided by a few penalties, but Caddo Mills had a 3-and-out. So that's a big victory for the Foxes.
Absolutely.
As Holder will lead the Chaparral offense back onto the field. 8-0 Foxes here, 6:47 to go. It is a gorgeous night for football here in Northeast Texas. Holder comes out, they run out of the huddle, empty backfield. This time's going to hand it off to number 21. That's Colgrove. He's on the move. 35-40, 45 to the 50, 45, 30. Fumbles the ball, almost dropped it, and is going to go all the way for the Chaparral touchdown. Number 21, Brylan Colgrove, the sophomore, the weapon, went around the right side of the Caddo Mills defense, and he put it in goodbye gear. And now Aubrey's on the board. It's 8-6 Foxes.
And that's a quick turn. I mean, you can't. Coach Crane said he was fast, and he's fast.
Got across the 50-yard line. When he got to about the 35-yard line of Caddo Mills, thought he was going to fumble the ball out of bounds.
He juggled it a little bit.
Kick is up, and kick is good. So it's 6:33 to go in the first quarter. It's now 8-7 Foxes. Come back with us on the Fox Radio Network. Hey there, Fox fans. Cody Hawkins, one half of the Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network. Here to remind you that it's that time of year again, folks. It's football season, which also means it's grilling season. And there is not another place around to get your fresh-cut sausage or hamburger patties or all the meats for your cowboy game or your tailgate party than Butcherman's Gourmet Sausage located in Burrow, Texas. The Mott family has the widest variety of fresh-cut steaks, hamburger patties, and fresh-made sausage anywhere around. Don't forget, folks, the jalapeno cheddar patties are out of this world. They're always fresh made at Butcherman Sausage located in Burrow, Texas. And if you go in there and you see the Mott family, tell them you heard about them right here on the Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network. 8-7 Fox is here on Homecoming 2020 here at Ed Locker Stadium as Brylan Colgrove gets the Chaparrals on the scoreboard. Definitely down at Butcherman's. They gave away for free last Friday 131 free cheeseburgers for National Cheeseburger Day there at Butcherman's.
Sounds delicious.
And let me tell you, a cheeseburger from Butcherman's is anything better. You're going to get a McDonald's or a Burger King. I promise you that.
Absolutely. Fresh, ground.
Oh, yeah. Oh, little trickeration there by Chaparrals is the kicker, number 15, Brylan Bohannon, ran up like he was going to onside it. A lot of theatrics from this Chaparral football team on offense and defense.
Yeah, there's a lot of smoke and mirrors, so you gotta be awake and you gotta be paying attention.
That's going to be a penalty.
And sometimes smoke and mirrors bite you.
Yeah. So it'll be a 5-yard penalty. So instead of kicking off from the 40, Bohannon will tee it up from his 35-yard line after the false start penalty. Davis and Brewer back deep for your Foxes at about their 15-yard line. Same thing again. Kind of a fake onside kick, then they kind of get close and then run back and get in line. This time Bohannon is going to kick it deep right down the middle. Cade Davis takes it about the 18-yard line. He's on the move to the right side, across the 30, 35 to the 35, and I'll tell you, man, great return by Davis. Number 25 there looked like he ran to a brick wall. That was Huber.
Yeah, he's having some highlights on special teams today. Low lights maybe.
So 8-7 Foxes here over the Chaparrals. It's still first quarter here at Ed Locker Stadium.
23 yards on the return.
First Fox touchdown was scored by Tyler Townley on the keeper, and then, man, the super sophomore Braylon Colgrove took it to the house, 83 yards for Chaparrals on their first score of the night. Townley's back in shotgun formation. Pounds back in the backfield with him. Davis lined up here low. You got Bean over in the slot on the far side. Play clock's down to 1. There'll be a delay of game for Caddo Mills.
It's going to be delay of game.
Will be a delay of game. So Caddo Mills, first time, and now this time they have the football start. The drive starts with a penalty.
Yeah, you'd like to see them clean that up as the night goes. It's homecoming, so you expect a little bit of rust, but clean it up and put together a methodical drive here.
Same personnel for Caddo Mills. Townley drops back. He's going to throw it high point for Davis, and he's going to catch the – knocked away and possibly intercepted. And they're going to say an interception. The Chaparrals' Jackson Jennings picked it off as Davis thought he had it on the high point, and Jackson just knocked it up in the air, then fell underneath it for the interception. It'll be first down and 10. Chaparrals now at their own 40-yard line.
You got to hand it to that safety. He got over there just in time and got his feet in bounds, and that was just a good defensive play.
Both feet were in bounds for sure. Great play. We have our first turnover of the night.
And Caden usually wins those 50-50 balls. So
First and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
So Holder comes out. Leaves the Chaparral offense on the field. They're looking over to their sideline, getting the play call in. 8-7 Foxes here, 6:19 first quarter. Holder breaks the huddle, runs under center. Two backs in the backfield. Going to fake it to one, rolls out, looking out here, has a man. Now the pocket's getting noisy. Makes one man miss, makes a dangerous throw, but it's caught. And now they're saying possibly incomplete. It was incomplete. It was intended for number 7, Jacob Holder.
Holder, the intended receiver.
And he's definitely not a typical passer. He's got that punch, short arm delivery, but it's effective. That was a good throw. Just should have been caught.
Number 9, Brian Jones, was in the backfield for Caddo Mills in a hurry and caused just enough of disruption back there and kind of rushed that throw from Holder. Holder now under center again. Is going to hand it off to Colgrove again to the right side, and this time Caddo Mills ready.
It's that same counter play. They wash everybody down the line of scrimmage towards the play, and they got everybody pulling, leading. And
Townley, now who was that on the tackle? Correction, I said Townley. He was over there. It was actually Jason Thomason on the tackle there for Caddo Mills. Slowed him down. It's now third down for the Chaparrals at their own 40-yard line. Third down and 10, ball at the 40-yard line. Holder snaps. Shotgun formation now. Fakes it. Number 40, another running back in the game. He's going to stretch it out and have the first down for the Chaparrals. So it was number 40, Matavius Hill, another back in the game. It'll be a first down and 10 for the Chaparrals. Justin, they continue to run that stretch play to the right side.
Yeah, and it's you gotta fight off guys around your ankles all the time, and it's really difficult when they're cutting and pulling, and it's a lot of mess that you got to fight through to make those tackles.
So first down and 10, Chaparrals at the Fox 49-yard line. Holder snaps it quickly, and Hill just runs into a pile of Foxes. Holder and this Chaparral offense, they snap the ball very quickly when they get to the line.
Yeah, they do. And it's when they're running it right, it moves quickly. It's good for pace. It's good for, keeping your momentum going, and it's like a locomotive.
Be no gain on the play. Second down 10 coming up for Aubrey. 8-7 Foxes here with 4:52 to go in the first quarter. Chaparrals run to the line. Holder now under center. Fakes it to Colgrove, man. Great little fake. Actually faked me out. As he ran all the way down number 2 to the 41-yard line. A lot of guys that can run the football here for the Chaparrals.
They do. They have a stable.
Cook, Hill, of course, Colgrove's done his damage tonight. But it will be third down and 2 for the Chaparrals at the Caddo Mills 41-yard line. Let's see if this Caddo Mills defense might be a little four-down territory for Aubrey if they don't get it. Quick toss play to Hill right up the middle. He has the first down. He needed 2, maybe got 3. As the Chaparrals just continue to kind of march up the field all on the ground.
Yeah, this is their game plan right here. So ball control, run the ball, stay ahead of this chains.
So first down and 10, Chaparrals at the Fox 37-yard line. Man in motion's Colgrove. He's got the football, this time left side, 35, and wrestled out of bounds finally there by number 32 for Caddo.
Colgrove on the carry.
Bastillos. Said his name much in the first quarter, but Manny is there and gets him out of bounds. This Colgrove kid, man, when he gets ahead of steam, he's like a train coming down the track.
Yeah, you got to scrape hard. You got to have your linebacker scraping outside. There's only a couple of them out there, but got to get penetration through that wash of blockers that they send out on the perimeter.
Gain of 8 makes it second down and 2 for the Chaparrals. Quick handoff again, this time up the middle. Has the first down for Aubrey. That's going to be number 2, Cook, on the carry. Be first down and 10 Chaparrals as this drive continues. Drive started back at the Aubrey 40-yard line.
Good for a Chaparral first down.
So they're at the 23-yard line of Caddo Mills with 3:27 to go. 8-7 Foxes here. The first quarter here at the Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network Homecoming Broadcast 2020. As Holder breaks the huddle, now he's under center. He's going to roll out and take a sack.
There it is.
Not fooled that time.
That was a blown play.
Coverage there as Brian Jones comes up with the sack for Caddo Mills.
He had a running back there that wasn't supposed to be there.
Aldridge back there helping out as well. So second down now after the sack brings the ball all the way back to the 30-yard line of Caddo Mills. So a 6-yard loss on the sack.
And sometimes that's little plays like that are what it takes to break the sticks and make them get out of their momentum.
Aubrey's now going to toss it to Colgrove. Almost had him in the backfield for a loss, and he's on the move again. And he's finally forced out of bounds there by Thomason.
Colgrove takes it around the left side.
As he is just fast. And we'll see where it's going to be at. See if he stepped out of bounds. It was 2nd down and 16, as this time they're starting to run that stretch play to the left side of the Fox defense.
About 11 on the play. Brings up 3rd down for the visitors.
So gain of 11 makes it 3rd down and 6 now for Aubrey. Snaps the huddle. Holder runs quickly under center. Hands it off to Colgrove again, this time right side. Lots of numbers over there, and he's not going to get there. As Thomason tripped him up along with number 10, Braden Brewer. And just to be sure if maybe we're going to kick a field goal or maybe go for it. It is 4th down for the Chaparrals. They're at the Caddo Mills 19-yard line.
Looks like they're going.
2:09 to go, first quarter, 8-7 Foxes. Caddo Mills football team trying to get this 50% capacity crowd on their feet to cheer on the Foxes. Play clock down to about 8 for the Chaparrals. And Aubrey's going to take a timeout. We'll take one out with them. 4th down, Aubrey, coming up on the Fox Radio Network.
Hey, it's Kevin Mosier with the Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network, and we want to thank Ken Parker Service for supporting the Caddo Mills football broadcast. Ken Parker Service is a Lennox Premier dealer, has been servicing Northeast Texas residential and commercial heating and air needs since 1977. I personally have been a longtime customer of Ken Parker and love my Lennox unit. It does a great job of keeping the house cool in the summer and warm in the winter. For all your heating and air conditioning needs, contact Ken Parker Service at 903-883-2829, and that's for Wesley Lade. Again, 903-883-2829.
And we're back here on the Fox Radio Network. 4th down and 3 coming up for the Aubrey Chaparrals at about the Caddo Mills. They kind of move the ball around. They're actually going to be at the Caddo Mills 16-yard line. Crowd starting to come alive here at Ed Locker Stadium.
Big play for this defense.
Holder breaks the huddle. Got Cook in the backfield with him. Change in alignment. New face in the backfield, Jackson Jennings. Now we're going to go 3 wide receivers over on the far side. Holder's going to snap it, throw it in the flat, and it's going to be caught. And he may go, it's going to be tripped up, but it is a 1st down, number 3, Trenton Harden, as he just snuck around out of that backfield wide open for Aubrey.
Yeah, they did a lot of movement right there. They shifted out of their usual wing tee into that spread that they do run some of and executed it perfectly.
So the Chaparrals get the 1st down. It'll be 1st down and goal, Aubrey, at about the Caddo Mills 4. 1:46 to go, first quarter. Holder runs up there again. Hill now checks in the backfield. He's got the football, and he's going to be stacked up short, depending on the spot. No signal yet. He will be short. It'll be 2nd down and goal from about the half-yard line coming up for Aubrey.
Several Foxes there, including Hayden Reed.
Big Jacob Hall, man, trying to clog the middle there.
He's getting some. He was almost
there. Had the first hand on Hill was Hall. So Holder breaks the huddle. Now he's going to be under center real quick, see what happens here. He's just going to run up the middle. Touchdown Aubrey. There's no denying there that Holder just jumped in there, asked for the ball, and ran it right up the middle. And now Aubrey has the lead here in the first quarter at Ed Locker.
Yeah, and goal line is definitely a strength of when you run the ball in the trenches like that. That is what your offense is built for. So
Bohannon here to see if he can add on the extra point. He does, and it is good. So with 1:03 to go here at Ed Locker Stadium, it's now 14-8 Aubrey. Come back with us on the Fox Radio Network.
Hey there, Fox fans. This is Mark Sweeney here with the Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network. If you're looking to give your home a fresh new look, possibly protect your foundation with seamless gutters, or in need of a quality fence, we've got the right company for you. That's right, I'm talking about Field of Greens. They're locally owned and proudly support Caddo Mills ISD. Receive a free quote by contacting Sean Pruitt at 469-534-9473. When you do, be sure to mention if you're a veteran, first responder, teacher, or faculty member to receive your discount. Again, that number to call, 469-534-9473.
And we're back here on the Fox Radio Network. 14-8 now. Aubrey capitalized off the Caddo Mills turnover that happened back at their own 40. Seemed like it took them a long time to get there, but they finally get in the end zone.
And that's what they're going to do. So you have to get stops on fourth down like that. The play that we had a chance to get off the field, you got to keep them behind the sticks, and you have to take advantage of their mistakes. And they've been making plenty of them. So time to get the offense back out there and answer quick.
So Aldridge and Davis back deep to receive the kick for Caddo Mills, right about their 16-yard line. Bohannon will tee it up from his own 40-yard line. Like we mentioned earlier, a lot of theatrics with this Chaparral football team, even on special teams. This time just kicks it straight up in the air. Aldridge could have about his 20 on the run. He's on the move and almost got to the 40-yard line. So great little return for Caddo Mills, and let's see if we can't get the offense cooking again. Maybe a little Townley to Bean dial up here.
That kickoff bit him in the butt last week in the first play against Terrell. Ran it back. So I like more simple. I'm not quite so fancy, I guess, as they are with all these schemes and different running around they do on the special teams. But I guess if it works, they'll keep doing it.
So first down and 10, Caddo at their own 35-yard line. Townley in shotgun, 4 wide receivers. Pounds with him. Townley's going to roll out, looks in the flat, throws it, has Bean open, he catches it. Gavin may go, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, touchdown Fox.
Yes, sir.
Just like we dialed it up here in the press box.
Beautiful.
And just like that, you talk about a quick answer.
Absolutely.
Once again, that phone line's always working, Townley to Bean. And it's 14-14, all knotted up here at Ed Locker. As Townley rolled to his right, bought a little bit of time. Bean made a move. He actually threw him open. And Gavin Bean's speed does the rest after that.
That was beautiful. Back shoulder, made the defender fall down, and then gone.
Great play at Rupel. Try to add on an extra point here. Snaps clean, kick is up, and then it's good. So with 46 seconds to go here in the first quarter, Caddo's back on top, 15-14 on the Fox Radio Network.
Hey Fox fans, this is Mark Sweeney, one half of the Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network, inviting you to a true old school barbershop, but with a modern twist. I'm talking about 1885 Barbershop Shave and Parlor, located in downtown Roy City. They're a barbershop that practices the old school ways of a hot towel and a straight razor shave. The main thing is, you feel like you belong right when you walk in the doors, no matter who you are. Support your local barbershop, and when you see the guys, tell them you heard it right here on the Fox Radio Network.
And we're back here on the Fox Radio Network. 46 seconds to go in the first quarter. Caddo leads 15-14 as Tyler hits Bean for the second big play of the night for this Caddo Mills offense.
And you love to see that. That's always an equalizer when you've got big playability like that, to take a team that's going to try to drain clock. And when they have a methodical drive like that, they use so much of the quarter, and then you turn around and score that quickly. It helps momentum. It takes away that. It breaks that train down, so to speak, and that's the formula for beating a team like this.
So Roop will tee it up from his own 40-yard line. Want to shout out to my crew here tonight. Got Mark Sweeney on the sideline, Justin riding shotgun, Kevin Mosier working the board, and producer Ross Van Huss on the camera tonight. So we are back at full power this week is the Fox Radio Network. Straight up into the air kick from Roop. Oh, hit him in the helmet. We'll see that every day as the kick hit him in the helmet.
Oh, that kid's having a bad night.
He is, man. Man, Huber has had a night back there in that special teams realm.
He got tackled by the 20. He got hit by the bus. Poor guy, man.
Remind everybody, no game next week. Our next broadcast will be right here at Ed Locker Stadium as the Sunnyvale Raiders, defending district champion, coming here at Ed Locker Stadium. That'll be our next broadcast. Pre-game at 7, kickoff 7:30 here on the Fox Radio Network.
That'll be a good game, good matchup, and a good test to see where we stand in district.
So first down and 10, Chaparral. Holder takes the snap, hands it off to Colgrove around the right side, and he may go again. Out of the 40, finally closed the gap. Had a guy in the backfield. Thomason was back in the backfield, and Colgrove just made a move and got around him.
When you run that stuff to the perimeter, there's generally only one or two guys that are there to stop it before, if you can't wash out and keep outside leverage on your defensive ends.
So first down and 10, Aubrey. About 39 seconds ago, first quarter. Aubrey's going to break the huddle. Holder now runs up under center. Colgrove in the backfield with him. Has a man in motion, is going to hand it to him. Kind of tripped and fell down to the backfield. Fell forward for another one. That was Hill. Aubrey changes running backs at a very high rate of speed. We've seen Hill, we've seen Colgrove, we've seen Cook. We've seen, of course, Holder take it himself. So a lot of guys can run the football here for the Chaparrals.
Yeah, and they all have a very, very different skill set. You've got the speed and then the power and it.
So 2nd down and 8 for the Chaparrals. Colgrove's going to fake. He faked it to him. Not fooled that time as the Caddo Mills defense on 2nd down and 8 stopped Cook for a short gain. And it'll be 3rd down coming up for the Chaparrals, and that'll be into the first quarter here at Ed Locker Stadium. Going into the second quarter, Foxes lead 15-14 here on the Fox Radio Network. Hey there, Fox fans. This is Cody Hawkins, one half of the Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network, inviting you to Alumni Sports Grill located in downtown Royce City. They've got everything you need for any sports you need. TVs, wall-to-wall, Mavericks, Rangers, Stars, and Cowboys. And don't forget, folks, it's college football on Saturdays and the big event, the NFL Sunday Ticket, wall-to-wall football on Sundays. Any team you root for, they've got the TV for you. Don't forget daily specials, including Wing Wednesday and Taco Tuesday. And if you do see the owner, Tim, tell him you heard about it right here on the Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network. And we're back here at Ed Locker Stadium. Foxes lead 15-14. Want to remind everybody, man, that the bond meeting next week will be held September 29th, 5:30 at Lee Elementary, and October 6th, 6 p.m. at Griffiths Elementary. Early voting for the Caddo Mills School Bond will begin October 13th at the CMISD Administration Building. And, of course, Election Day, November the 3rd for the Caddo Mills School Bond. Second quarter just underway here at Ed Locker Stadium. Foxes lead 15-14. It'll be 3rd down and 6 coming up for the Chaparrals. And what has been a very fun first quarter football game.
And they've shown that they're willing to spread it out and throw the ball a little bit on these third down and 3, 3rd down and 4 type situations. But
Holder now, shotgun formation, rolling left, looking for a man downfield. Then he's going to take it and take the sack as he's going to step out and be short of the first down. Depending on the snap, and he's going to be right about the 50-yard line. It was 3rd down. It will be 4th down. We'll see if the Chaparrals will go. Holder was just trying to stretch the play out, and the Caddo Mills defense just kind of hung with him as Aldridge just never let him get too far out of his sight.
Yeah, that one looked like it was a run all the way and just a little bootleg that was designed to maybe pull a couple guys out of the box on pass routes, and they played it well.
So Holder comes aligned under center again, 4th and 2. He's going to go for it, hands it to Hill, and he's going to be stopped. Jacob Hall, Mr. Money in the Bank himself, makes the tackle on Mr. Elusive, Brylan Colgrove. And now the red-hot Caddo Mills offense will have the ball right about midfield. What a stop there by Jacob Hall.
Jacob has been in the backfield every play. He's beating his man up front. He's tearing that offensive line up. He's not getting cut. He's not letting him get to his leg. He's playing a great ball game so far.
So Colgrove tried to take it right up the middle on 4th down, and big number 72 there was the stopping point there. So it is 1st down and 10 Caddo at their own 49-yard line. Townley back in shotgun along with Pounds. Bean up top in the slot. Got some company with him. Takes it. Fakes it to Pounds, throws it in the flat, and was tipped. There's a penalty flag in the backfield. That was that big number 88 for the Chaparrals. Wyatt Dreyer just used that height and blocked the ball.
Yeah, they had a pretty good little screen set up, and it was the right play for what Aubrey was bringing, but wasn't able to get it over that tower.
So it's a holding call against Caddo Mills. It'll be 1st down and 20. Now back to their 39-yard line. So both defenses tonight have a good play. You know, Chaparrals had interception and a big 4th down stand by the Foxes. Snap back to Townley, hands it off to Pounds, stacked up pretty quickly.
Pounds on the carry.
So Pounds, not many running lanes there, and I think even Townley's seeing that. Not a lot of room to run. This is a big defensive line for the Chaparrals.
Yeah, they control the box. That is their defense. They put 4 and 5 guys on the line of scrimmage, and that's what they want to do is control the line of scrimmage on both sides.
2nd down and 21 for Caddo Mills. Right about their own 39-yard line. Looking around Townley, 5 wide receivers, empty backfield, snaps the ball, has some time. Now he's on the move, still rolling, throws it across the middle of the field for Davis. Dangerous throw. Luckily it was too low. It's intended for Davis.
Yeah, you see, Townley has success with that. You know, the old rule is never throw back across your body, but it works for him sometimes, so hard to tell him not to do something that he's good at.
Pass falls incomplete. Now it's 3rd down and 21 for Caddo Mills. Remind everybody that last touchdown brought to you by Ken Parker Services over in Greenville. If you do need any AC work or you're just a fan of Train, he is a Train dealer. Drop back by Townley on 3rd and 21. Now he's on the move, breaking right, looking, trying to find a man wide open, trying to find a place just to plant his feet. Hall comes back, gets a great block. Now Townley's on the move. He may keep it. 50, 45, lowers his head. He's going to be short of the 1st down. But, man, what a scramble effort play there by Townley. And Jacob Hall coming back around and getting a block. Great play.
Jacob's been doing that peel back block since he was a little kid, man. It's fun to watch him do that.
But, yeah, if you do see Ken and you want a new Train model, definitely tell Ken you heard about him here on the Fox Radio Network. 4th down and 4 coming up for Caddo Mills at the Chaparral 46-yard line. Of course, the offense staying on the field. As Townley this time may get under center. He does. 2 backs the backfield, I formation. Snaps the ball, fakes it to Aldridge. Trying to get to Davis. He's going to launch it downfield. Davis has a step, and it's going to be caught. Intercepted. Took it right out of his hands. Thought Davis had the 1st down. Interception there by the Chaparrals, and he's finally brought down. We'll find that man. He just jumped up. There's a flag on the play. And Caden Davis clearly upset.
And you don't see that a lot from. I mean, Caden has not lost any 50-50 balls this year, so he's going to be reassessing himself on the sideline. He'll be back.
There's a penalty flag over way on the other side of the field on the Chaparral sideline. As Davis had 2 steps on the defender there for the Chaparrals, and he caught up quickly, and it just became a fight for the ball and who came down with it. It will be a 1st down for Aubrey. And I think Coach Crane's on the field kind of wanting an explanation on the penalty.
Looked like something happened in that wash on the return play, but
the personal foul on Caddo Mills after the interception.
That's my best guess, at least.
Trying to sort this thing out. It's 15-14 Caddo Mills. 9:45 to go, 2nd quarter. Holder will lead the Chaparral offense back onto the field. Ball has now been moved all the way. The great return. But the ball looks like it's going to be placed, and looks like Coach Crane's going to get an explanation as he's pointing to the flag that they threw down here at about the 30-yard line, and they're still walking. So there must have been something that happened after the return. But there was a flag thrown at about the 30-yard line down in the Caddo Mills end of the field.
After the 15-yard penalty, marked the ball at the Caddo Mills 28-yard line.
So after the interception with the penalty, the Chaparrals will have it 1st down and 10 at the Caddo Mills 28-yard line. Foxes lead 15-14. Holder's going to run out of the huddle with Hill in the backfield, and there's whistles blowing. Timeout, Caddo Mills, and might be a timeout just to kind of cool the team down a little bit.
Yeah, they got to get the defense needs to come back out and remember what they did the last time they were on the field and build on that momentum and not let that turnover take the momentum away and have another good stand here.
Of course, tonight we got a lot of our 5A and 6A programs around here getting started and getting some things going. Got Rockwall Yellow Jackets right now. They're leading Braswell 39-12 in the second quarter. The Heath Hawks lead the Louisville Fighting Farmers 28-21. Sulphur Springs Wildcats trail the Weakland Wolverines 14-0. The Forney Jackrabbits lead the White House Wildcats 7-0. And Terrell's winning the football game tonight as they lead Ranchview 14-0. And Ennis, the number one team in the state in 4A, it leads Red Oak 17-0, and they are in the second quarter. Here it's 15-14 Caddo Mills. First down and 10 Chaparrals at the Caddo 28. Stacked up very quickly. Great play there. First Fox there was number 7, Hayden Rife. Yeah, that had nowhere to go.
Yeah, and you see a lot of that when you get a lot of cutting on an offense. You're taught to push them down into the ground and try to step over them, and a lot of times it either creates room or none for a running back.
Gain of 2 for the Chaparrals. This time he's going to actually drop back, and Bastillos made a heck of a play on the football as Harden threw it there. It was actually intended for number 3, Harden, for the Chaparrals. It'll be 3rd down and 8 Chaparrals at the Caddo Mills 27-yard line. Stops the clock with 9:13 to go. Kind of a hush over the stadium all of a sudden. It kind of feels like we're in a mood point of the game.
Yes.
As Holder's under shotgun formation, drops back, and Bastillos may get there. He runs through the blitz. He's on the move, and he's going to be short of the first down, as I thought that was going to be a big sack there for Caddo Mills.
Man, he was dead to rights.
Manny was back in the backfield immediately.
He's got a good pocket presence. I mean, you got to give it to a kid that runs the ball like that, like he does. Is escapability is definitely something that he's got in his tool belt.
So it's now 4th down coming up, and they will Bohannon will try to add on 3 more and take the lead. Kick is up. Nope. Kick is going to be no good. So the Chaparrals unable to capitalize over the Caddo Mills turnover. The defense held him to a field goal, so dodged a bullet there. Come back with us on the Fox Radio Network. Hey there, Fox fans. Cody Hawkins here with the Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network, coming to you today to talk about TX Steel, a premier custom steel building company serving Hunt County and other surrounding communities. You can reach them at 214-280-3264 for all your steel building needs. They're veteran-owned, and right now they're offering a 5% discount to first responders and teachers. And we're back here on the Fox Radio Network. First down and 10, Caddo at their own 27-yard line after the missed field goal. Townley drops back, slings it here in the flat, caught by Bean, tries to move upfield. Great reception. Clock's going to keep moving. He gets out in the open field. He can be very dangerous. He was brought down by number 8, Jennings, over there. It will be 2nd down for Caddo Mills, gain of 8 after the reception. Be 2nd down and 2, Caddo Mills at their own 31. Townley back in shotgun, 3 wide. Takes the snap, drops back, plenty of time. Design run, ran to his own man. Now he's juking around, trying to make some more guys miss across the 35 to the 40. And we'll have a Caddo Mills first down as Hill slipped down trying to tackle him.
He's got that running style where patience is just as important as speed and explosiveness, and he just kind of waits for his holes to open up, lets his blockers do the work, and then moves behind them as he needs to and picks up chunks of yards.
And that 4th down stand brought to you by Ken Parker Service. If you need a brand new Linux unit, definitely contact Ken Parker. I'm telling you, heard about it on the Fox Radio Network. Townley's going to hand it to Pounds. Right off the gut, number 24, 35, 40. 30, 25 to the 20, 15, cuts and bounds. Yes. Connor Pounds all the way down to the Chaparral 15-yard line. There's going to be a penalty.
Did he throw the ball?
Yep.
Yeah.
There's going to be a personal foul here called on Caddo Mills. Great run there by Connor Pounds. Went right up the gut of the Chaparral defense and got all the way down to the 15-yard line. But it will be looks like it will be a dead ball Personal foul against Caddo Mills.
Sometimes you don't like showboating, but you got to let them play. That was a big play.
Yeah.
It's tough to see him do that.
Coach Crane having a real pleasant conversation down there with that official about the 18-yard line. But a huge play. It will still be a first down for Caddo Mills, but, man, it backed them up all the way to the 30-yard line. Pounds took it down to the 15-yard line with a great little piece of running. So Townley comes out in shotgun formation. 4 wide, 5 wide now. Trips to the far side, 2 down low. Plenty of time left on the play clock. Townley's going to take the snap, drops back, looks to throw. Now he's going to run. Pump fake, throws it deep, has a man open, knocked away.
Good recovery.
Pass intended for Bean.
He got a step, and that corner recovered well.
And Skiba, man, he is very good on the right side of that Chaparral defense.
Yeah, absolutely. They've been playing pretty good coverage. A couple of blown coverages. Obviously, that big throw to Gavin earlier, but for the most part, they've played pretty well in their secondary.
2nd down and 10. Now ball at the 31-yard line. Foxes on the move here. Townley in shotgun formation. 4 wide receivers. 1 back in the backfield is Pounds. Fakes it to him. Drops back right up the middle. Townley, 25-20. Makes a cut. Got to the 15 to the 10. Cuts it out again. It's going to be knocked out of bounds. It'll be first down and goal. Foxes out about the Chaparral 2.
I love it. The old jailbreak quarterback draw. Let everybody come pass, find a hole, and there's nobody there.
Got a guy down over here on the far sideline. May have got the wind knocked out of him. Great piece of running there, just like Justin said. The rush was on and the Red Sea parted.
Absolutely.
And Tyler Townley quickly filled that gap for the Foxes. All of a sudden, I feel like our chippy meter is going up here.
Yeah, you see with kids, they make when they start making mistakes and things happen, you get frustration and you get attitudes boiling up, and
so it'll be first down and goal. Foxes from the Chaparral 3. They lead 15-14 here on the Fox Radio Network. Homecoming night here at Ed Locker Stadium. And Caddo Mills will take a timeout. We'll take one with them right here on the Fox Radio Network. Hey there, Fox fans. Cody Hawkins here with the Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network, coming to you tonight to talk about TX Steel, your premier custom steel builder, serving Hunt County and all surrounding communities. They're veteran-owned, and right now they're offering a 5% discount to teachers and first responders. Also, with any purchase, you get a free consultation. So call those guys and help them build your dream at 214-280-3264. And don't forget, folks, this spring, if the weather gets a little wicked, don't forget about TX Roofing for all your roofing needs. And if you see the owner, Gary, tell him you heard about it right here on the Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network. TX Roofing here brings you, we're in the so-called name TX Studio here at Ed Locker Stadium. Gary has done a bang-up job of getting us in the press box running this internet this week. Hats off to Gary over at TX Roofing and Steel. He is a heck of a backer of the Fox Radio Network. First and goal for the 3 for the Foxes as they're just going to run forward, and was going to Townley, and he's going to be short. And now we did, I guess, the helmet of Townley may have came off here. Trying to sort this thing out as Thomason came in and ran forward. Got about 1 or 1.5. So it'll be second down and goal now from the 2 as Pounds comes back into the ball game. Aldridge back in the backfield with him. Townley under shotgun. He's going to toss it to Aldridge. Stretch it out. Touchdown, Caddo Mills. Had an old-fashioned power eye formation there.
Yep, no frills, just a toss back to that tailback and let him.
That's an old University of Nebraska 3 yards and a cloud of dust right there.
Absolutely.
And the Foxes now ahead 21-14 with 6:56 to go in the second quarter. So after the huge run by Pounds with the 15, brought him back another 15. Tyler Townley does it with his legs, gets him to the 2, and Aldridge punches in for another Caddo Mills touchdown. Roof adds on an extra point, makes it 22-14. Caddo Mills capitalized again. Remind everybody that touchdown brought to you by Alumni Sports Grill, downtown Roy City. We're getting close to half-price appetizers. If the Fox scores 28+ tonight, you can take your digital ticket stub to Alumni, and he'll give you half-price appetizers after a Fox 28+ showing here tonight. Don't forget, folks, your Fox cards are on sale. They got a table set up right across the street from the concession stand, and you can use those in over 30 businesses in Caddo Mills, Greenville, and Roy City. Cards are also available at the Caddo Mills Middle School website and Facebook page. And if you go down there and say, hey, I want to buy it on the computer, buy it on my phone, they will walk it down there for you and show you how to do it. All proceeds benefit the Caddo Mills Middle School PTO, students, teachers, as well as senior scholarships. So the Fox card, like I said in pregame, you got some Caddo Creamery on there, got some Alumni, got some Sonic, got some Golden Chick. I noticed that Kevin's already worn his out. I mean, he's using his, man.
He's pretty miserly, so he likes to save money.
Fox's lead 22-14, 6:56 to go before we crown a new homecoming queen here at Ed Locker Stadium on a gorgeous night for football here in Northeast Texas. Roop tees it up. Short kick to the right side. It's going to be received there by number 3 of the Chaparrals. That is going to be Harden. So, man, a lot of excitement the last time these two teams have had the ball. You had a fourth down stop by Caddo Mills. Of course, Chaparrals get on the move. They miss a field goal. And then Caddo finally gets back on the board after a little bit of a penalty-filled drive there.
Yeah, the defense is really playing well. They had that one big play, but for the most part, otherwise they've stopped. They've had some fourth down stops. They held them to a field goal attempt. So they're playing really good football right now.
Harden now under center is going to toss it to the big sophomore, super sophomore, what I had him written down as. That's Colgrove again. And, man, he is everything that was advertised.
Oh, yeah, he's fast.
He's fast. He's quick. He doesn't look like a kid that 2 years ago was playing 8th grade football.
No doubt.
So it was a gain of 4. It's now 2nd down and 4. Chaparrals over at their own 46-yard line. Now, Colgrove still in the backfield. He's got Hill back there with him. Holder's under center.
There's that stretch.
Colgrove again stretches it out. He's on the move again. Tripped up. I think he was about to get into that gear. That's Bastillos again on the tackle. We started kind of say his name quite a bit. Manny getting involved a little bit.
Getting good for a Chaparral first down.
Be first down and 10 Chaparrals now at the Caddo Mills 44-yard line. Remind everybody, halftime coming up. Got a live guest in here as girls AD Skylar Camacho will join us here live here at halftime and talk about the Lady Foxes. Holder now runs out, looks to throw it in the flat and does, and it's going to be he's going to thought he might have skipped it in, but they're going to say completed pass.
I had some good penetration on that one. He got rid of it quickly, so short gain.
Be 2-yard gain, 2nd down and 8 for the Chaparrals. Clock running, 6:03 to go before the half. 22-14 Caddo Mills. Holder's going to break this huddle, run to the line real quick. Hill's now back at running back. This time number 7, another Holder. It's going to be Holder again. He's on the move. He's jumping around. Way over on the Aubrey sideline over there. Tackle was made by Thomason, number 6 for Caddo Mills. It will be 3rd down. Be 3rd down and 5 for the Chaparrals, as the Caddo Mills doing a great job of limiting the huge plays on these last 2 Chaparral drives.
Yeah, and that's really what it's all about. You gotta control the line of scrimmage and prevent them getting out in space with that running back.
So Holder, a little quick toss right up the middle. Right up the middle there, number 8, Jackson Jennings on the carry, and he has enough for a Chaparral first down, as Thomason finally slowed him down. But a great carry and gets the ball all the way to the Caddo Mills 25-yard line.
Yeah, we spoke too soon about
that was a big play. Wasn't a touchdown, but, man, that was a right up the middle, very banging, damaging run there for 5 minutes ago, 1st and 10. He faked it that time to number 21. Now Hill took the football. Didn't get much.
Gain about 2 on the play. 2nd down.
Jacob Hall was in there, slowed him down, and had Aldridge back there with him. Second down and 8 for the Chaparrals. Clock running, 4:36 to go in the second quarter. Caddo leads 22-14. Holder runs to the line, gets under center, takes the snap, toss play. Had him in the backfield for a loss, runs forward, has the first down, a little bit more for the Chaparrals. Number 2, Cook.
He was there, and those are the types of plays that you have to make. You got to make that tackle, and it's the difference between a 3-yard loss and
man. Just you got Cook, you've got Cook, you've got Harden, you've got Colgrove, man, you got Hill. I mean, they're changing running backs almost every single play. They're trotting a new kid onto the field to run the ball,
and they're all just as good as the other.
So second down now, toss to Colgrove around the right side.
Toss to Braylon Colgrove.
Gets around to about the 5-yard line.
Brewer on the stop. Gain about 5 yards.
Gain of 5 will be second down and 6 for the Chaparrals. Clock running. 22-14 Foxes here at Ed Locker Stadium. Both teams having success tonight on the ground, running the ball for sure. Holder now under center. Toss again. That's number 8. He's the one that got the first down last time. That's Jackson Jennings. You got number 9 Jones and big Jacob Hall sticking his beak in there for another tackle tonight. So it'll be third down and 5. They're at the Caddo Mills 4. Aldridge breaks the huddle, rolls out, empty backfield this time. Has a man in motion. It's Colgrove. He's going to get the ball, stretch it out. He may, if they get him on the ground, he's going to lose a couple. So now it'll be fourth down and goal from the Chaparrals from about the Caddo Mills 6-yard line. 2:46 to go. Wonder at this point in the game, do you think he'll keep that offense on the field? I think
absolutely.
After Bohannon missed his last one, I doubt they run him back on the football field. And the Ed Locker Stadium now gets to their feet as the Caddo Mills players on the sideline trying to muster up some support here on a fourth down and goal from the 4-yard line for the Chaparrals. And I think they're going to take a timeout as they're walking that direction. We'll take one with them on the Fox Radio Network.
Hey there, Fox fans. This is Mark Sweeney here with the Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network. If you're looking to give your home a fresh new look, possibly protect your foundation with seamless gutters, or in need of a quality fence, we've got the right company for you. That's right, I'm talking about Field of Greens. They're locally owned and proudly support Caddo Mills ISD. Receive a free quote by contacting Sean Pruitt at 469-534-9473. When you do, be sure to mention if you're a veteran, first responder, teacher, or faculty member to receive your discount. Again, that number to call, 469-534-9473.
We're back here at Locker Stadium. Fourth down and goal from the 4 coming up for Aubrey. Seeing if this Caddo Mills defense can get off the field. Huge play here for the Foxes. Hill's your running back for Chaparrals along with number 2, Cook. Harden's under center. Aubrey fresh coming out of a timeout. Holder now drops back into a shotgun formation. Now goes to more of a spread. We've seen that a few times tonight. And he's going to take another timeout.
Timeout Caddo.
Now timeout Caddo. We'll take one with them on the Fox Radio Network.
Howdy, Fox Nation. Mark your calendars for Saturday, October 3rd for the Caddo Mills Education Foundation Casino Night, presented by Donahue Auto Group.
It will be a fun time with good food, drinks, live entertainment, game tables for the funny money, and silent and live auctions.
We get so passionate about this night because all of the money raised goes straight back to Caddo Mills ISD School District, to our teachers, to the classrooms, to our kids. So come out and make this night big and great, and let's give them everything that they asked for. We get to make this come true. We get to make their dreams come true. So excited.
So come and help us give back to the future.
Fourth down and goal coming up here. The Foxes trying to hold. Holder now in a shotgun formation. Aubrey now going to that spread look as Holder comes back in shotgun formation. Got the big tight end Dreyer spread out wide. Ball's on the ground. He still, and the Foxes hold.
There it is.
The Foxes hold again. As Holder dropped the football. And now Caddo Mills has the football way back at about their own 6-yard line. So great defensive play there by the Foxes, as I believe that was going to be a high point throw to Wyatt down here in the end zone.
Yep, they were setting up a little rollout throw and just throw it up to the big receiver, that big tight end that they've got over there, and blew it up from the beginning. Huge play for the defense.
So the Fox defense holds again. It's first down and 10, Caddo at their own 9. Townsley's in shotgun with 4 wide receivers, drops back his own end zone, and he's going to take a safety. Hang on. They're going to say they're going to give him a little bit of progress, as he's going to get about the half-yard line, maybe. Thought we had a safety there. So literally Caddo Mills will line up in their own end zone on second down. Clock running, minute 51 to go here before the half. Townley in shotgun this time. Penalty flag. I think Caddo jumped off sides.
Well, the good thing is they can't move it back any farther, so that's
So you take kind of a little bit of a sack on first down, then have a penalty on the next first down, so it won't move an inch. It was a false start against Caddo. Have a little Mark Sweeney's got some comments from Coach Crane as he's leaving the field, and we'll bring them to you in our halftime broadcast here. Reminder, everybody, we'll be having the Homecoming Queen ceremony here live on the Fox Radio Network. Townley back in shotgun formation, 4 wide receivers this time. Snaps it, slings it out here for Davis, and he he still got it, and he's going to go to 50, and he's still going here. Finally, but they may call it off. I think there's a flag here in the middle of the field. I don't know if that's going to be an offensive interference or a defensive interference. As Townley hit Davis, that connection we've not heard from tonight. And we'll see what the penalty's on. As the Foxes are staying on not going back.
Inclined, yes.
Yes, it will be a huge pass play. Townley to Davis. Them two boys finally connect.
Absolutely. Good to see that get going.
Townley launched that ball from the O, and Foxes from his own end zone. So Townley now moving the offense right to left here on your radio dial here at Ed Locker Stadium. 4 wide receivers, trips to the near. 1 up top alone is Davis. Back in the backfield's Pounds. Townley back in shotgun formation. First down and 10, Caddo right at the 50-yard line. The interlocking CM at center field. And we still have a little bit of confusion over on the Aubrey sideline. Minute 25 to go. Huge pass play. Be huge when a drive started your own half to get any points out of a drive like that is huge.
Yeah, and you'd love to see, Townley said we had a couple of bad connections. We lost a couple 50-50 balls. I'm going to keep feeding it to you. You're my big outside receiver, and I trust you, and it paid off.
So here we go. Ball set. Townley shotgun takes the snap. Fake punt. Rolling right. Throws it. Takes it down again on the move. Crosses the 50. Gets about 5. Was trying to work something down in the flat to Bean, but, man, J.J. Cook had great coverage on Bean.
Yeah, there wasn't anything going, and Townley still got 4 yards out of it, and got out of bounds, so lived to fight another down.
Yeah, Caddo now getting a little moving at a very quick pace. It's going to be a gain of 2. Second down and 8. Caddo Mills now at the Chaparral's 48-yard line. Bean in the slot here down low, 2 up top. Pounds in the backfield. Townley's in shotgun. Takes the snap, fakes it to Connor, throws it in a flat for Bean. Plant foot. Almost close to another Caddo Mills first down. Great play there by Gavin Bean, smartly getting out of bounds if he couldn't get the first down. Great pitch and catch there from Townley to Bean. It'll be 3rd down and 1, Caddo Mills. As they're going hurry-up mode here, not even huddling at this point. Townley has 4 wide receivers. Pounds back there with him. High snap, pulls it down. Design run from the get-go. Townley to the 35, runs into the official. Has a first down across the Aubrey 35.
They used that extra defender with a different uniform on.
I don't know if I should credit the umpire with the tackle on that deal. As now Caddo Mills hurries to the line. First down and 10. Townley in shotgun, drops back, pockets clean, throws it in the flat, caught. Bean drags, gets 2 feet and bounds. And I'm telling you, man, Gavin Bean is having a heck of a first half for Caddo Mills.
Absolutely. He's getting a lot of space on those little out routes and good 8 yards each time and getting out of bounds. It's move the ball right up the field. Easy pickings.
58 seconds to go. And we're going to have a stoppage of play here. 58 seconds to go, man, and Caddo Mills is moving at a high rate of speed, getting to the line and getting set.
And that's their game. This is their 2-minute script. Usually you have this ready in practice. You know what plays you're going to run. There's no need to huddle. You know what you're going to do the whole way down the field.
Townley in shotgun with 4 wide receivers. Pounds in the backfield. Townley takes the snap, drops straight back, launches to the end zone. Bean has a step on him. Touchdown!
Yes, sir.
Townley to Bean once again. Macaroni and cheese, peanut butter and jelly, and Townley to Bean.
Absolutely.
This kind of goes together.
That is beautiful.
And it's 28-14 Foxes with 52 seconds to go in the second quarter here at Ed Locker Stadium.
Bean does such a great job of doing about a 75% speed, and then as soon as that ball gets in the air, 100%, and separates from that receiver, and it's easy pitch and catch.
Great coverage on the field by Aubrey, too, as Roop kicks it and adds on one more. Great coverage. Bean just outran him, and Townley put it right where it needed to be for that touchdown.
And the timing, the chemistry, there's a lot of things that are intangible that you just can't coach kids. And those two have been playing football together their whole lives. They have the chemistry. It's stuff like that the timing of those types of throws makes it so easy on a coaching staff when you've got, kids that work well together like that you don't have to draw up special plays for them to get the ball to each other. They just know how to do it because they've been doing it so long.
Absolutely here. Of course, reminder to everybody, we've had some other schools crank up play here. And Royce City, the Bulldogs kicked off their season tonight. They lead the Centennial High School Titans of Frisco. Man, that's a long word. 28-10 over there at RCISD Stadium. So the Bulldogs getting going. And this is no exaggeration. The Greenville Lions now trail the Henderson Lions 69-7 at halftime.
Oh, man.
And I'm hoping maybe somebody didn't hack the app, but it says 69-7, and they're at halftime over at Cotton Stadium. So hopefully that's somebody playing with the app. So we'll see.
Yeah, that's one you might just take it on home.
Yeah.
At halftime.
So Roop will tee it from his own 40-yard line. Foxes lead 29-14, 52 seconds to go to here second quarter. Straight down the middle. Now it moves a little bit to the left. Fielded there and tackled very quickly. And they have found a number in practice I think they like to kick to, and that happens to be Wesley Huber.
Yeah.
Not too sure what the Fox coaching staff saw on film, but they have found something, and they've kicked it to him several different times tonight, and for no gains. So, wow. So it'll be first down and 10. Chaparral's back at their own 33-yard line. 50 seconds to go before halftime. Holder, wind kind of picking up a little bit, I've noticed. Chaparral's run on the field with 5 seconds on the play clock. Gets it off with 3. Holder drops back, has some pressure coming, takes a shot, slings it downfield. Thought there should have been a holding call over on the right side.
Is that Aldridge?
Yeah.
Brian Jones. Yeah. He put a hit on him in the backfield, made him pay for that throw.
Brian Jones hit number 9, Holder.
They had good coverage downfield. They had him bracketed there. So
okay, I got a correction here. Somebody did say that they hacked the Henderson app. It's 7-3 at halftime.
Okay,
I thought 69. Holder's going to sling it downfield. Intercepted Tyler Townley with an interception, ran all the way across the field as Holder just chunked it up in the air.
Wow.
And Townley gets up and has the interception. What an amazing play by your captain and quarterback for Caddo Mills.
Wow.
We're going to reset things here and take a timeout here on the Fox Radio Network.
Hey Fox fans, this is Mark Sweeney, one half of the Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network, inviting you to a true old school barbershop, but with a modern twist. I'm talking about 1885 Barbershop Shave and Parlor, located in downtown Roy City. They're a barbershop that practices the old school ways of a hot towel and a straight razor shave. The main thing is, you feel like you belong right when you walk in the doors, no matter who you are. Support your local barbershop, and when you see the guys, tell them you heard it right here on the Fox Radio Network.
And we're back here on the Fox Radio Network. Tyler Townley just had a Superman-style interception,
Man,
helping his own cause way over on the Aubrey sideline. What a play is, man, everybody has a outstanding sigh of relief as he almost jumped out of his cleats.
that was 100 miles an hour.
So Caddo Mills will have the ball, first down and 10, back at their own 32-yard line, as Thomason will check in at quarterback now for Caddo Mills. Pounds will be in the backfield with him. Being down here in the slot, big Caden Davis over on the other side. Thomason takes the snap, drops back, rolls, has some blockers, has another guy, that makes a man miss, gains a few, lowers his head. Thomason went around the left side, finally tackled there by number 4, Seba.
I think you're content to just run out the play clock. If you can bust something big, bust it, but keep the ball in your hands, be safe with it, and run it into halftime.
29-14 Fox is about 10 seconds, and I think they're just going to take this one in and be happy with a double-digit lead here at Ed Locker Stadium. So we're going to take a timeout here as well on the Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network, and I think we're going to try to throw it down to Mark Sweeney. Trying to figure something out. Here's trying to catch Coach Crane as he's running off the field, and he did. And we'll go to him now.
Okay, Coach, hey, you got to be proud of your defense. You preach about getting better each day. You get a turkey in the first quarter. You get a big turnover. You get fourth down stands. How do you feel about your defense after the first half?
They stepped up at times, absolutely. We got to get in there, adjust a couple things, and the only thing we're worried about is that first big play. You know, we got to limit that, but they did a great job rallying the football and being physical whenever they got there.
Okay, your big playmakers. They're making plays. I know you're a little frustrated about the officiating, but you can't control that. So
no, I'm not frustrated at all. Frustrated at all. Absolutely not. My job as a head football coach is to work those officials. They are out here and they are doing a good job. I am not frustrated, and never will I use an official as an excuse. But as a head football coach, I'm going to try to help our teammates, and that's all I'm doing. I'm good shape. And I told them, I love you, baby.
I heard that, Coach.
Just see it.
That's great stuff. Hey, great first half. Let's go get in the second half, Coach. Thank you.
Thank you, Mark, for that. Man, Coach Crane fired up. Halftime underway. We'll be back on the Fox Radio Network.
Howdy, Fox Nation. Mark your calendars for Saturday, October 3rd for the Caddo Mills Education Foundation Casino Night, presented by Donahue Auto Group.
It will be a fun time with good food, drinks, live entertainment, game tables for the funny money, and silent and live auctions.
We get so passionate about this night because all of the money raised goes straight back to Caddo Mills ISD School District, to our teachers, to the classrooms, to our kids. So come out and make this night big and great, and let's give them everything that they asked for. We get to make this come true. We get to make their dreams come true. So excited.
So come and help us give back to the future of our district.
Seating is limited, so hurry and get your ticket today. Tickets are $50 a ticket. You need to be 21 and older.
You can find the link to buy your tickets today on our Facebook page, Twitter, or on our website at cmisdfoundation.org.
Go Foxes! Go Foxes! Unleash!
Hey, it's Kevin Mosier with the Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network, and we want to thank Ken Parker Service for supporting the Caddo Mills football broadcast. Ken Parker Service is a Lennox Premier dealer, has been servicing Northeast Texas residential and commercial heating and air needs since 1977. I personally have been a longtime customer of Ken Parker and love my Lennox unit. It does a great job of keeping the house cool in the summer and warm in the winter. For all your heating and air conditioning needs, contact Ken Parker Service at 903-883-2829, and that's for Wesley Lade. Again, 903-883-2829.
Hey there, Fox fans. Cody Hawkins here with the Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network, coming to you tonight to talk about TX Steel, your premier custom steel builder, serving Hunt County and all surrounding communities. They're veteran-owned, and right now they're offering a 5% discount to teachers and first responders. Also, with any purchase, you get a free consultation. So call those guys and help them build your dream at 214-280-3264. And don't forget, folks, this spring, if the weather gets a little wicked, don't forget about TX Roofing for all your roofing needs. And if you see the owner, Gary, tell him you heard about it right here on the Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network.
Hey there, Fox fans. This is Mark Sweeney here with the Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network. If you're looking to give your home a fresh new look, possibly protect your foundation with seamless gutters, or in need of a quality fence, we've got the right company for you. That's right, I'm talking about Field of Greens. They're locally owned and proudly support Caddo Mills ISD. Receive a free quote by contacting Sean Pruitt at 469-534-9473. When you do, be sure to mention if you're a veteran, first responder, teacher, or faculty member to receive your discount. Again, that number to call, 469-534-9473.
You also get a free consultation and a 5-year warranty with every custom steel building you build. Don't forget, this company's been in business 10 plus years, and they are your go-to for any dreams you have to build in the steel building industry. Don't forget, this spring, when the weather gets a little wicked, don't forget TX Roofing for all your roofing needs. And if you meet the owner, Gary, tell him you heard about it right here on the Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network. Hey there, Fox fans. This is Cody Hawkins, one half of the Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network, inviting you to Alumni Sports Grill located in downtown Royce City. They've got everything you need for any sports you need. TVs, wall-to-wall, Mavericks, Rangers, Stars, and Cowboys. And don't forget, folks, it's college football on Saturdays and the big event, the NFL Sunday Ticket, wall-to-wall football on Sundays. Any team you root for, they've got the TV for you. Don't forget daily specials, including Wing Wednesday and Taco Tuesday. And if you do see the owner, Tim, tell him you heard about it right here on the Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network. And we're back here at Ed Locker Stadium. Fox's lead 29-14 on the Fox Radio Network. Has been a hard-hitting and exciting first half of football. We'll get some stats here in a moment. But as I have announced and promised this week, we have the ladies athletic director here at Caddo Mills High School, Miss Skylar Camacho, live in studio. How's the I know it's a 50% crowd, but man, it seems a lot louder than that down there.
I know it is. It's different. You know, I'm down on the field this year, which is always a nice vibe, but I think it's rocking and rolling, so it's looking good.
You know, your team's also got up and rolling, and you're also broadcast on the Mascot Media app.
Yes.
How do you feel like your varsity girls volleyball team's got going?
We've done really well so far this season. Overall, in our season record, we're 9-5, and so you know we've had a really tough preseason. We started district about 2.5 weeks ago. We had a couple, rescheduled games just due to the pandemic.
Absolutely.
But so we're taking it as it rolls, and we're 3-1 in district right now. So we are tied currently right now for first place with Farmersville. They're one of the tougher teams in our district. So yeah, it started off to a really good start.
As I've interviewed Coach Crane every week, and every coach is different. How do you think you've prepared and coached your girls during this strange pandemic time with shortened practices time and stuff like that?
I think we have tough kids. I think all around we have tough kids. The girls are tough. We take a lot of precautions in practice, but we are also working really hard. And I think the kids expect that from us. They want to be pushed. And I think that, if we gave them anything less, that they would be upset.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, they're working really hard. We are, obviously like covering up with masks and doing things that we're told by the UIL. But, other than taking just the normal precautions, we're still working hard every day. And I think that's the expectation. That's what the girls want. And they want to look back and know that there's no regrets. So
is this a senior-led team or kind of a mix, or who's kind of the captains? Can you
is.
Give some of them ladies a shout-out?
So we have 14 girls on varsity. We have 6 seniors and we have 8 juniors. So it is a team full of upperclassmen. Our seniors are doing a really good job. They're all returners, and 4 of them, have been starters for the past couple years. So there's Kira Madsen. She's our libero. She leads us on the defensive side. Brooke Schmitz, she's our setter. She runs a 5-1, so she pretty much is running the whole entire offense. We have Lauren Brott. She's our middle. And then Gracie Brockway, she's really dominant, a 6 rotation kid, plays on the right side and then plays some back row for us. So they're kind of the leaders on the court. We also have a really good junior, Zaylee Moses. She's an outside. She also is a 6 rotation kid. So we have a lot of experience coming back on the court this year, and yeah, it's looking really good. I'm going to hate to lose these seniors. I can tell you that much. They're a good group.
Talking little ladies Fox volleyball up here with head coach Skylar Camacho. Foxes lead 29-14 here at halftime at Ed Locker Stadium. Okay, I heard me and you have something in common. At one time we were Bulldogs.
Oh, yes.
I didn't know that. I did the Roy City broadcast for 6 years and then came to Caddo this year. So is it neat? You're not really home, but you're close to home. Is that kind of cool to be in a neighboring school district?
It is neat. It's very neat. One of my best friends actually is the head volleyball coach over at Roy City now.
Oh, that's cool.
So I still get to stay connected, in the volleyball world and in the athletic world over there. I actually went back and coached there my very first year out of college.
Oh.
So I went back to my hometown, was there for a year, and then, decided to go on and do other things. But, so I'm an alumni from Roy City.
Yeah, that's cool. And then, of course, made a stop in Sunnyvale.
Yes.
Of course, that's a big ball game here coming up in 2 weeks.
I know that's always a fun
Foxes
rival.
and the Raiders. So when you're not coaching and you're not around the girls or around school, what's something that you like to do? What's some personal interest you like to do?
Let's see. Gosh, coaching is right now.
Your husband's saying golf.
Yeah, he tries to get me on the golf course every now and then, but I try not to show him up too bad, But I don't know. We just do everyday things. We do yard work. We go shopping.
There you go.
I like doing home projects.
There you go.
So, a little
DIY
shiplap every now
stuff.
and then. Yeah.
So not only is the volleyball team, of course, there's other lady sports here. What can you tell us about maybe the basketball team or the girls softball team?
Yep. So first, I do want to give a shout out. Coach Reynolds, he's our head girls basketball coach. He's done an amazing job the past few months, getting our girls prepared. This summer we weren't able to prepare as well just because we were on a week, off a week, on a week, off a week due to the pandemic. But those girls have been staying after school because UIL, with the new rules, they're now able to condition an hour after school every day. And so the basketball girls have been working really hard. Coach Reynolds has them, they're on the other gym floor across from us in volleyball practice. And I hear him yelling and getting them all hyped up. And so he's been doing a really good job at getting them prepared. I think that they have big goals this year, and so they're coming out and they're bringing a lot of talent back this year, so they should do something really well. And then softball, unfortunately the girls' season ended a little early last year, and there was a whole lot of talent, and I know Coach Bain is super eager to get that rocking and rolling as well. So.
Well, I hope I didn't cut into a little bit of your time here. I'm glad you could join us just for a few minutes.
Yep, thank you for having me.
I appreciate you joining us, and glad you could talk about little Lady Foxes. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me.
And we'll take a time out here and come back with you on the Fox Radio Network. Hey, so, Coach, this is
Hi, I'm Skylar.
going to be Gracie's coach.
Yes. Yeah, I want to be
We can always come back to that.
I'm like, you don't want to be there, you don't want to be there.
Boxer of the week is junior Emily Gatlin. Foxheads would like to honor all of our alumni here tonight with a special traditional high kick routine to Take On Me.
Sometimes Tyler's gone to him, like, just to get ice or whatever, and he'll be like, I don't have time. I gotta go. Well, Tyler will go back in the locker room, and Coach Crane will be like, why are you in here? Why aren't you doing that? He's like, he don't have time. Coach Crane will go in there and tell him, Tyler, and then Tyler goes back in there. I'm like, oh, Lord. Yeah, it's a mess. Yeah, I told Tyler he probably hates you because you always got to do what you don't want to do. But it's his job. It is his job. Like, you gotta understand it's your job. It's too hard for you to do it. That's three people Dylan There was a picture somebody sent me the other day of him and Dylan side when they were and I showed her, I said, Dylan used to be small. Who did? Dylan side. No mo. To go back. It's like
Carol was tiny for all this time. She's got a little taller.
Everybody's telling me tonight, you're never going to come up here again, are you? I said, Nick, I'm never going to. It was fine. Yeah. I'm not very supporting. I'm just here to make sure my kids don't get hurt. Yeah. That's not very supporting. We always joke around about, him having a girlfriend. I'm like, oh, she loves children and sports. Because that's all she wants.
The Foxheads are under the direction of Ms. Gina Roden. Let's hear it for our Foxheads. We will now prepare for a traditional homecoming princess and queen introduction.
Have fun. All right, girl. Be careful. Thank you.
Put peanuts into the drink. Look at that, like the old school. Right there.
She's a years old, not old school, but
oh my gosh. How are you? Good. You look good out there.
she's lying. She wasn't even looking at you.
Yes, good thing she wasn't.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Caddo Mills High School Homecoming 2020. Please welcome your 2020 Caddo Mills High School Homecoming Court.
Can I have that freshie? I really need that.
Introducing freshman princess Kennedy Roberts. Kennedy is the daughter of Justin and Crystal Roberts. She is escorted tonight by her father, Justin. Kennedy is involved in the volleyball program. She is also active with the Lone Star High School Rodeo Association, where she barrel races and pole bends. After graduating, Kennedy plans to become a realtor. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Kennedy Roberts. Introducing sophomore princess, Emily Baxter. Emily is the daughter of Alan Baxter and Eva Maravilla Lopez. She is escorted tonight by her favorite band director, Mr. Myers. Emily is active in the Mighty Fox Band and UIL Academics. She is also involved in Beta Club, Student Council, and Speech and Debate. Emily was also nominated to be Sophomore Class President. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Emily Baxter. Introducing Junior Class Princess, Miss Haley Hendricks. Haley is the daughter of Alan and Twyla Hendricks. She is escorted tonight by her father, Alan. Haley has been a part of our volleyball program for 3 years and now plays on the varsity volleyball team. She is also active in the Beta Club and on yearbook staff. After graduating, Haley plans on attending college to study aviation. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Haley Hendricks. And now your senior homecoming court. Introducing senior class queen nominee, Hallie Dancy. Hallie is the daughter of Doug and Julie Dancy. She is escorted tonight by her father, Doug. Hallie has been a Fox cheerleader for the past 4 years. She is the varsity cheer captain, the student council president, the senior class president, and she's active in Beta Club. After graduating, Hallie plans on attending college and continuing on to medical school. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Hallie Dancy. Introducing senior class queen nominee, Brinley Norden. Brinley is the daughter of John Eric and Laura Norden. She is escorted tonight by her father, John Eric. Brinley has been a Fox cheerleader for the past 4 years. She has also been involved in the softball program throughout high school. After graduating, Brinley plans on attending college at Texas A&M University Commerce to study dental hygiene. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Brinley Norden. Introducing senior class queen nominee, Jennifer O'Grady. Jennifer is the daughter of Chris and Amber O'Grady. She is escorted tonight by her father, Chris. Jennifer has been a Fox cheerleader for the past 4 years. She has also been involved in the bass fishing program. After graduating, Jennifer plans on attending college at the University of Texas in Tyler to study to become an oncology nurse. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Jennifer O'Grady. And ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we would like for you to please welcome back to the field the reigning homecoming queen, Miss Elena Helmberger. And now, your 2020 Caddo Mills High School homecoming queen is Brinley Norden. Congratulations, Miss Brinley Norden. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. This concludes the 2020 Caddo Mills High School homecoming ceremony.
What's up, Fox fans? We are so excited to tell you about the Caddo Mills Education Foundation. The Caddo Mills Education Foundation is a 501c3 nonprofit organization that provides grants to teachers for innovative and creative ideas that help foster a love of learning in the minds of all our Caddo Mills students.
The foundation recognizes a group of Caddo seniors each year, our fabulous Foxes, or Fab Foxes as we call them.
Caddo Mills Education Foundation has funded over $250,000 in teacher grant. We've also recognized more than 50 Fab Foxes.
None of this could be accomplished without the financial support of our donors.
If you would like to be a part of our mission, please visit the website at cmisdfoundation.org for more information about how you can support the Caddo Mills ISD Education Foundation.
Go Foxes!
Go Foxes!
And we're back here on the Fox Radio Network here. Want to thank head coach Skylar Camacho, the girls volleyball team, for joining us for halftime. Our first, second, I guess we had Luke over in the lift a few weeks back. Want to kick a shout out here to 2020 homecoming queen, Brinley Norden. Congratulations to her on being the 2020 homecoming queen here for the Caddo Mills High School. Got some first half stats to go over here. Mark Sweeney, great job getting Coach Crane going into the half.
Yeah, that was a good little interview, and happy we're able to put that little snippet in there for y'all. It's something we just pulled out right before.
This is like Frankenstein's monster up here. So it just keeps growing. It's alive.
Absolutely.
But, the one thing that, of course, the thing that sticks out to me, man, is the, Gavin Bean, 165 yards receiving in the first half. That's an end of a game stat.
Yeah, he's been all over the field, and that's a huge, Aubrey's going to put up their typical rushing numbers. They've ran the ball just like they always do, but what doesn't show up on the stat board is that Caddo's gotten big fourth down stops. They've flipped the field. They've scored quickly. They've thrown the ball around. Obviously, Gavin's got, full game numbers in the first half, like you said, and so they're going to look to build on that in the second half and continue to put the throttle down. The good thing that Caddo has done all year round is when you play a team that runs the ball like this and you put them down by a couple of touchdowns, they have to change their game plan a little bit because they're just eating clock, and it always works in your favor when a 15-play drive takes up a whole quarter, but you're still down a score or more if you score at the end of that drive.
So Townley 8 for 13, 240 yards, 2 touchdowns, both to Bean, and then the interception. He also has one on his own with his legs. Of course, we kind of knew Brylan Colgrove was going to be the bell cow for the Chaparrals. 14 carries, 138 yards, 1 touchdown.
Yeah, and obviously he got the big chunk of that on that 80-yard or whatever it was touchdown.
Yeah.
They've let him have a few big plays, and obviously the one, but really they've done a good job of hemming him in and not letting him get that corner apart from that one play.
And Townley also your leading rusher for Caddo Mills, 92 yards. Of course, Connor Pounds had a big 30-yard run. Part of it a little negated by the penalty, but still a great run by Connor Pounds. Not a lot of running lanes for the Foxes tonight for the true tailbacks in the offense.
No, and you kind of that's what Aubrey looks to take away. Usually as a defense, you have something that you are going to scheme against. You're going to take it away, and it looks like Aubrey's intent to take away the box and take away the trenches. And with an offense like Caddo's, they're not one-dimensional, obviously, so they can spread the field, and that opens up a lot of routes for your receivers and a lot of running room on the perimeter if you can get outside the box.
So both teams have made their way back to the field to start the second half. Want to shout out to our great sponsors tonight, TX Roofing and Steel, Alumni Sports Grill in downtown Roy City, Donaghy Ford and GMC in Greenville, 1885 Barbershop, Ken Parker Services, Wrap Garage, Butcherman's Gourmet Sausage, and Field of Greens. Want to thank them guys for being sponsors of the 2020 Cattle Mills Fox Radio Network broadcast. Remind everybody a bond meeting for the upcoming Cattle Mills School Bond will take place September 29th at 5:30 at Lee Elementary and October 6th at Griffiths Elementary. Early voting begins October 13th at the CMISD Admin Building, and Election Day, of course, is November 3rd. Cattle Mills has a $90 million bond, 16 new students moving in, so definitely need a new high school. So
absolutely. Yeah, go vote.
So Aubrey won the toss, received. Caddo Mills scores before the half. So, another score by Caddo Mills, and it'll kind of blow this thing open a little bit.
I got to tell you, with all this fancy stuff they do on the kickoff, you better have the hands team out there, better be ready for something sneaky right out of the gates. It would not surprise me.
So Davis and Aldridge, your deep men for the Foxes. Bohannon will tee it up from his own 40-yard line. Foxes lead 29-14, third quarter just underway. It's been a can't ask for better football weather. Got kind of breezy there before the half, but it kind of calmed down a little bit as Bohannon's going to kick it right side this time. Returnable for Aldridge, back at his own 10, across the 15 to the 20, 25 to the 30, 35, just knocked out of bounds short of the 40-yard line. So great little return there by Aldridge, and Caddo Mills will come out with the ball right about their own 40-yard line.
Yeah, they run that real tight kickoff formation, and Terrell took one back on them on the opening kickoff last week, and you see a lot of holes in that, and it only takes about one cut, one broken tackle, and there's nobody left to cover.
So Townley will lead the offense back onto the field. He'll come out in a shotgun formation. Bean down here in the slot over to the near side. Pounds will be in the backfield with him. Davis, of course, stretched out all by himself over on the far side. Play clock down to about 7 for the Foxes. Snaps it this time. Fakes it to Pounds. Townley goes up the middle, now right side. Hunting and pecking. Almost gets 5 yards, maybe giving 4 on first down for the Foxes.
It's great to see Tyler back out there running the ball. He looks like he wasn't fazed by that big collision at the end of the half, and definitely need that to take us through this half.
So second down and 6, Foxes now right about their 39-yard line. They lead 29-14 here, homecoming night at Ed Locker. Townley back in shotgun. Fakes it to Pounds, slings in the flat for Bean. Overthrew him just a touch. Number 2 was the only chaparral, that was Cook. Said his name a few times tonight. A lot of these, kind of like us, a lot of these playmakers for Aubrey kind of pull a little double duty.
Yeah, they do have a lot of guys playing both sides of the ball, and that can weigh on you when you play a full game like this.
So Townley back in shotgun formation again. Kind of the same formation this time. They flipped Bean over to the slot over on the near side with the other trips. And play clock down to about 9. Has a man in motion. It's Saldivar. He has the ball moving this direction across the 40. Lowers his head and may get close to a first down. So Jet Saldivar.
Great job.
Comes
Way
down
to
the
finish
line
a run.
on a jet sweep. Got around the corner. Lowers his head. And the Caddo Mills have another first down. As Skiba comes in and finally makes the tackle for the Chaparrals. 4 wide now for Caddo. Pounds in the backfield, the only back. Townley now is going to hand it to him right up the gut. Runs into a wall. First Chaparral there was number 57.
And that's what I'm talking about with Pounds. You know, you get the power running game in there, and even if it was a short gain, he still fell forward and picked up an extra couple yards.
So Cody Newton on the tackle there for the Chaparrals. Ball right at midfield. It'll be second down and 6 for Caddo Mills. Townley in shotgun formation, 29-14. What that means, half-price appetizers at Alumni Sports Grill because the Caddo Mills Foxes scored 28-plus tonight as Saldivar once again in motion. Townley faked it to him, trying to make a man miss and make the corner. Finally does. Takes a shot by number 8, Jackson Jennings. We'll see here. He'll be close. I'm going to maybe call it third down and maybe 3 coming out for the Foxes.
Third down.
Let's see the spot. Kind of needed that extra block from Saldivar, and, man, Jennings just got around him.
Just got there right before he could sneak in front of him.
So Townley now in shotgun formation, Pounds in the backfield. Third down, they're going to give it a long 2. 4 wide receivers, 2 left, 2 right for Caddo Mills. Play clock down to 7, snaps the fall. Fakes the sweep that time to Bean. The pitch man, Townley's across the 35 to the 30. Great design play, had a man in motion. Faked it to the pitch man, Pounds, and Townley does the rest. And the Foxes are knocking on the door again here at Ed Locker.
Well ran option. There was one defender out there that wasn't blocked the option off of, and Tyler did the rest.
Clock running, 9:26 to go. First down and 10 Foxes now in Chaparral territory, about their own 28. 9:19. Clock's running. Townley in shotgun. 3 trips on the near side, 1 down low, and it's Davis. Townley awaiting the snap. Play clock down to 8. Takes the snap, drops back, plenty of time, runs forward. Now running again, makes a man miss, have a flag in the middle of the field, probably coming back.
That's going to be a hold.
Townley was Mr. Do-It-All on that play. Design run for the get-go for Caddo Mills. If you're just joining us, this game has been high energy from the get-go.
Yes,
kind of feels like this is a district game.
Yeah, it's exciting. It's 2 good football teams. I mean, Aubrey's undefeated. Caddo's undefeated. I think Max Preps had Caddo ranked 11th and Aubrey at 14th when I looked last. So two high-profile programs right now that are looking to do big things in the make a deep playoff run, and this is a big game for both of us.
So Caddo Mills has the penalty. It's now first down and 20. Backs the ball up all the way to about the Caddo Mills 38. Snaps it. Townley was full blitz on. Great design screen there. Pounds on the move. 25-20, 15-10. He may go. Touchdown Caddo Mills.
Perfect play call.
And the Foxes light the lamp again. A great screen play. Townley to Pounds. And Caddo Mills kind of starting to blow this thing open.
And Coach McDonald's playing chess against checkers out there right now.
The middle of the field, the blitz was on, and it was like plug in the hole, man.
That was beautiful.
And
beautiful.
Pounds does the rest, and it's 35-14 Foxes. Roop here to tack one on.
That was a compliment.
Roop
on to attempt the point after touchdown.
Snaps there, holds there, kick is up. So with 8:46 to go, third quarter, Foxes lead the Chaparrals 36-14 on the Fox Radio Network.
Hey, it's Kevin Mosier with the Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network, and we want to thank Ken Parker Service for supporting the Caddo Mills football broadcast. Ken Parker Service is a Lennox Premier dealer, has been servicing Northeast Texas residential and commercial heating and air needs since 1977. I personally have been a longtime customer of Ken Parker and love my Lennox unit. It does a great job of keeping the house cool in the summer and warm in the winter. For all your heating and air conditioning needs, contact Ken Parker Service at 903-883-2829, and that's for Wesley Lade. Again, 903-883-2829.
And we're back here on the Fox Radio Network. Foxes lead 36-14 here over the Aubrey Chaparrals. Remind you that touchdown brought to you by Donaghy Ford and GMC in Greenville. If you do swing by there and buy your new Ford or GMC, tell Chance you heard about him on the Fox Radio Network. Man, what a play call at the perfect time as Aubrey had a full-out blitz. And Tyler Townley just threw a great design screen pass, and he let Connor Pounds do the rest.
Absolutely. Everybody did their jobs. The lineman blocked just long enough to make it look like it wasn't a screen. Connor leaked out. Tyler held the ball just long enough to give him a whole field to run with. Beautiful play.
So Roop will tee it up from his own 40-yard line, straight up in the air. This time taken by number 7 of Aubrey. That was Jacob Holder.
The younger Holder.
Do once again want a shout-out once again and thank Coach Camacho for coming on the Donaghy halftime show here. That was really cool to kind of figure out what the Lady Foxes are doing and kind of how they're dealing with a little bit of a different schedule in the changing times we're in right now. It'll be first down and 10 now. Chaparrals at their own 35-yard line. 8:43 to go third quarter. 36-14 Foxes here at Ed Locker Stadium on Homecoming 2020. Aubrey better get in gear. Play clock already down to 6 for the Chaparrals. Holder now under center. Snaps it there. Hands it off to the big boy. Now he's changing directions. Change directions again. Kind of starting to run out of real estate, but finds some more, and that's Brylan Colgrove.
Run out of bounds.
He may have a Aubrey first down, and he does. That was a very long 10-yard run.
A 50-yard, 10-yard.
So it'll be first down and 10 Chaparrals. As he's going to check out, and they're going to check in another running back. Colton Jennings now comes into the field for Aubrey. You notice when they call the play in, he just lines up on the line.
Mm-hmm.
Has a man in motion. Holder's going to toss it out here. Makes one man miss, and number 13 now for the Chaparrals, Justin Gibby on the carry. Hall got over there first along with Aldridge and made the tackle for Caddo Mills along with Big Manny. We've said his name a lot tonight, man. Bastillos is having a great game for Caddo Mills.
He is.
Gain of 7 makes it second down and 3. Chaparrals now at the Caddo Mills 46. Clock rolling with 8:31 to go third quarter. Holder runs out of the huddle pretty quickly. Number 2, Cooks now in the backfield. Hands it to him, churning up the middle, has a first down and more for the Chaparrals.
So they like to do a lot of same look type plays. That was the same, all of the same movement as the play before it, but instead of the toss, they give to the first man through, just that little quick dive, and try to keep the defense off it on its heels with the quick dives, quick power plays, and then try to spread it out with their fast running backs on the edges.
That was big number 74, Sean Newark, on the tackle there for Caddo Mills as Holder breaks the huddle quickly now, tosses it again to Cook, now right side, tries to cut it back up the middle, and this time Caddo Mills kind of clogged up that drain there for a minute.
Absolutely, and that is exactly what you have to do. You got to have a player that crashes down and gets your contain and doesn't let him get to the corner, feeds them back into the big boys in the middle.
So Aldridge there with the stop for Caddo Mills after a gain of 1 makes it second down and 9. Chaparrals at the Caddo Mills 36-yard line. Holder this time dropping back to pass, has some pressure thought we might have had an interception there. They're going to call us on a pass interference as Thomason just never did turn around to find the football.
Yeah, he got over there, but he got in good position. You just got to keep his hands off of him and find the ball.
Brian Jones was in the backfield and almost caused a hit Holder right as he threw the football. And speaking big Jacob Hall checking back in for the Foxes.
He's been a force up front tonight.
7:15 to go third quarter. Foxes lead 36-14 here on a very gorgeous homecoming night at Ed Locker Stadium. It is a pass interference call, so it'll be a 15-yard automatic first down for the Chaparrals.
First down.
Holder not had many yards passing tonight, but he can throw the ball. That was a great thrown ball deep downfield.
Yeah.
Holder now this time runs up under center, fakes it. Now he's going to roll out here, looking for the big tight end out here in the flat, waving his arms, throws it. Let's see the call. I thought that may have skipped in.
Oh, he was out of bounds.
And I think they're going to say catch.
Oh.
I thought that ball skipped in there, but the line judge is now lined up about the 11, and he's going to say completed pass. Now another ref's coming in that might have had a little bit of a better angle. I thought the ball skipped in. So we'll see here. Have a discussion. You got the referee and the line judge. Incomplete pass.
Thank you.
Could have swore that bounced in as Holder threw it about down at his feet. Tried to make a sliding grab, and it does fall incomplete. So now stops the clock, 7:02. Second down and 10, Chaparral at the Fox 28.
And you like to see that from an officiating crew. When
Correction, 22.
One official doesn't have a good angle on it, they talk it over and make the right call. So good job by the officials on that.
So Holder breaks the huddle, runs under center. Cook in the backfield now, has a man in motion. Cook's going to get the handoff right up the middle, kind of dragging some guys, makes a man miss, and finally slung to the ground. Tackled there by number 1, John Howie for Caddo Mills.
That's that same first back through the hole.
Man, Cook is a very physical runner. He's had a little bit of a night, too. picked up some key yards and some key moments.
Absolutely.
So clock running, 6:42 to go, third quarter. Be first and goal, Chaparrals from the Caddo Mills 6. Toss here, trying to stretch it out, trying to get to the pylon, and he does. That'll be a touchdown, Chaparrals. Justin Gibby on the score, and it's 36-20 Foxes.
And that was just, they ran that perfectly. It sealed off that last player on the corner, and nobody scraping to make the play.
Man, on that drive alone, you had Gibby, you had Cook, you had Colgrove, you had Holder keep it a few times, you had Jennings. I mean, they just come at you in waves as Bohannon trying to tack on the extra point, and he does. So 6:28 in the third quarter. Chaparrals score, and now Foxes lead only 36-21 here on the Fox Radio Network. Hey there, Fox fans. Cody Hawkins here with the Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network, coming to you today to talk about TX Steel, a premier custom steel building company serving Hunt County and other surrounding communities. You can reach them at 214-280-3264 for all your steel building needs. They're veteran-owned, and right now they're offering a 5% discount to first responders and teachers. You also get a free consultation and a 5-year warranty with every custom steel building you build. Don't forget, this company's been in business 10-plus years, and they are your go-to for any dreams you have to build in the steel building industry. Don't forget, this spring, when the weather gets a little wicked, don't forget TX Roofing for all your roofing needs. And if you meet the owner, Gary, tell him you heard about it right here on the Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network. 6:28 to go, third quarter. Caddo still leads 36-21 here on the Fox Radio Network. Gorgeous night here at Ed Locker Stadium. A weird drive there. I felt like that was the first time tonight where Aubrey kind of did whatever they wanted to with the football.
Yeah, and you'd like to see Caddo kind of possess the ball this time. Give the defense some time on the sideline. Obviously, with a offense like we have, you don't ever want to.
Great decision there by Caden Davis as the kick from Bohannon went out of bounds, so the Foxes will start at their own 40.
Good field position. So, like I said, you don't want to leave points on the board. Obviously, if you can complete a 60-yard pass, you complete a 60-yard pass. But you like to see them string together, a good time-consuming drive that gets the defense some time to get their legs under them and come back out and stop this rushing attack of Aubrey and really force Aubrey to have to put the ball in the air.
So actually, they start at their own 30-yard line after the kick out of bounds. The 65-yard drive there for Aubrey on their last scoring drive as Townley comes out in shotgun formation, has a man in motion. It's Bean. Fakes the jet sweep, comes back and hands it off there. That's for his first carry of the night. That's Clayton, number 18. Haven't said him at all tonight, so maybe they're giving Pounds a little bit of a rest.
Yeah, and they'll get a few running plays in the middle, and he did well to get back to the line of scrimmage on that one. That play was kind of blown up from the get-go.
So no gain makes it second down and 10. Caddo still at their own 30-yard line. 6:01 to go. They lead 63-21 here on the Fox Radio Network. 4 wide receivers for Townley. Plenty of time. Drops back. Now he's going to take it himself across the 30 to the 35.
Townley scrambles around the left side.
Looks like he was trying to work something down here at number 4, Jet Saldivar. And, for number 8, Jennings just had great coverage on him.
Yep. Yeah, it was good coverage, and they run that middle linebacker there's spying Townley, so kept him from making a big gain, but you still get 5 yards out of it, so sets up a third and manageable and see what they can do.
So Townley back in shotgun now, third down and 5, 4 wide receivers. Bean in the slot over on the far side, takes the snap. Design run from the get-go. Looking for some blockers. He has the first down. Great little piece of running there around Townley around the left side of the Aubrey defense. And there at the end, Toomey threw a great block to kind of spring that for a Caddo Mills first down.
It's fun to watch everybody do their jobs. I mean, these plays are well designed, but if everybody doesn't do their job, then, you leave Tyler on an island. And, yeah, he can make plays, but it's so much more fun to watch him just effortlessly move down the field.
So first and 10, Foxes at their own 47. Townley this time is going to hand it to Pounds. Good little hole up the middle. maybe a gain of about 2. And the clock's running with 5:16 to go in the third quarter.
Stopping the play by Jason Lutzenberg.
56, man, Lussenberg, man. Let's get a
Big kid.
6'4", 280.
Yeah, that's a big kid.
Townley back in shotgun formation. Pounds back there with him. Snaps the football, fakes it. It's going to probably be a false start against Caddo Mills. And it is.
Yeah, Aubrey had that late shift.
That little shift play, yeah. Remind everybody, no ball game next week as Caddo Mills will be off again, but the next time you hear our voices, it'll be the district opener, and the Sunnyvale Raiders will come to Ed Locker Stadium. Heck of a ball game for the Caddo Mills to start the 2020 district season.
Yeah, absolutely. Sunnyvale, like I said earlier, has had some tough matchups. You know, they had to retool their schedule being in Dallas County with all the COVID stuff, and so they're still a good ball team. So.
Yeah. Second down and 13 now. Townley's in shotgun. Takes the snap, drops back, plenty of time. Great protection. Now it breaks down, and he's just going to have to eat it. To the 45, to the 50, spinning around, and gets back to about midfield. Man, had a little bit of protection for a moment, and it just fell apart quickly on the right side.
Yeah, and I mean, the good side of that coin is when you have to eat it when you're Tyler Townley, you still gain 2, 3, 4 yards.
Right.
So 7 on that one, it looked like. So
be third down and 8 now for Caddo Mills at their own 49-yard line. Townley's back in shotgun formation, 3:57 to go, third quarter. Snap straight back, looks for a man downfield. Now he's going to sling it, has him open, pass is caught.
Yes.
Great conversion there, number 15, Jaden Lamond on the reception there for Caddo Mills.
Got a lot of receivers on this team.
Yeah.
Everybody gets a shot. Everybody runs good. They're running good routes. They get open. And his line is giving him time. I mean, these boys up front are working tonight.
So Caddo Mills converts. It's now first down and 10 Caddo at about the Aubrey 38. Townley in shotgun formation, 4 wide. Late shift again by the Aubrey defense. Townley takes the snap. Pocket's getting a little noisy. Still bouncing around, looking for somebody. Then he's just going to go again. Hill was the first chaparral there that kind of forced him out of bounds.
And it's good to see, you know, the linemen are working, and they're definitely smaller than these defensive linemen, and they are owning the trenches tonight, especially on the offensive side of the ball.
So 3:31 to go, third quarter. Second down and 9, Foxes at the Aubrey 33. Clock will start again at the snap of the football. Townley now has 4 wide, 2 left, 2 right. Hands it to Clayton, little hole on the right side. He's trying to stretch it out, and he's chopped down there pretty quickly as Clayton was trying to run that. We were trying to do our own little stretch play there.
Yeah, it looked like he might have had a little bit of daylight and got shoestringed out there on the perimeter.
That was shoestring. That was Cook that ran there and got the tackle for the Chaparrals. So third down and 10, lost 1. It'll be from the 34-yard line of Aubrey. Townley in shotgun formation, 4 wide. 1 up top, all owns Davis. Townley drops back, rolling left. Looking for a man downfield, slings it, has him wide open. That's going to be Toomey. Toomey's on the move. Toomey may go. What a great play call as Toomey just fought and finally got open. And this is like plug and play.
Yep. And they do such a good job of finding soft spots in the coverage and just getting open for their quarterback. And Townley gives them time to get to those spaces, and they're just standing there waiting for the ball.
So another Caddo Mills first down. It's now first down and 10. Foxes at the Chaparral 12. They lead 36-21, 2:48 to go, third quarter. Townley in shotgun formation. This time is going to take it up the middle. He's going to stretch it out there. He may go. Touchdown, Foxes! As Townley got the pile on, and the Foxes add on 6 more. It's now 42-21 Caddo Mills with 2:40 to go in the third quarter, and a drive aided by 2 long third down conversions. 1 to Toomey and 1 to Lamont that kept the drive going for Caddo Mills.
You got to love an offense when the sticks don't even seem to matter. That you'll get 3rd and 20 and 2nd and 10 and get behind the sticks, and then just one seemingly effortless big play, and you're right back ahead of the chains and working towards the end zone.
And the root kick is good. So with 2:40 to go, third quarter, Foxes lead 42-21 on the Fox Radio Network.
Hey there, Fox fans. This is Mark Sweeney here with the Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network. If you're looking to give your home a fresh new look, possibly protect your foundation with seamless gutters, or in need of a quality fence, we've got the right company for you. That's right, I'm talking about Field of Greens. They're locally owned and proudly support Caddo Mills ISD. Receive a free quote by contacting Sean Pruitt at 469-534-9473. When you do, be sure to mention if you're a veteran, first responder, teacher, or faculty member to receive your discount. Again, that number to call, 469-534-9473.
And we're back here on the Fox Radio Network. 43-21 Foxes over the Chaparrals with 2:40 to go in the third quarter. Reminding you that touchdown brought to you by TX Roofing and Steel. Gary giving him a big shout out, man. He did a lot of work up here pro bono to get the Fox Radio Network a little bit stronger internet here in the booth, and we want to shout out to Gary over at TX Roofing and Steel for sure.
Yeah, always nice to have good sponsors and good people in the community that make these things possible.
So Roop will tee it from his own 40-yard line. Caddo now starting to really pile on the points here. Got the dangerous return man, though. A lot of speed on this Aubrey team as Cook back to receive the kick, and they're going to kick it out of bounds. So pretty much not going to lose many yards, I don't think. You still start from your own 30. It's a spot call. So it'll be first down and 10 Aubrey, looks like, from their own 33-yard line.
I got to tell you, this defense has really been, to me, the strong point of. I mean, the offense is always going to be there, but especially the defensive line, they have really showed up tonight. They've been neutralizing this running game and really stepped up for the Foxes, and get a lot of credit to those 4 defensive linemen that are really. You know, a 4-man front against a running game like this, it puts a lot on your D tackles, especially, and they showed up for the call.
So Holder this time under center, hands it off to Gibby, trying to stretch it out to the left side. This time the Fox defense was over there. Thomason was over there, along with Townley, as Gibby, not quite the same runner as Colgrove, trying to stretch that out to the left side.
Yeah, that one didn't have quite as much firepower behind it, and they played it. They defended it perfectly. Thomason kept his contain and came up and made a good tackle.
So 2:14 to go, third quarter. Foxes lead 43-21 here on the Fox Radio Network. Second down and 8 now for the Chaparrals at their own 40. Holder throws it in the flat, has a man open, plants, makes a move down to the 40-yard line. Finally being wrestled down just short of the Caddo Mills 35-yard line. That was number 3 that time on the reception, Trenton Harden. Now Aubrey's coming out, kind of putting the ball in the air a little bit.
Yeah, and I mean they're going to have to at some point. They're down by 3 scores, and you at some point you have to throw the ball because you don't have time to run the clock.
Now Wyatt Dyer was the big target. He has 0 catches tonight for the Chaparrals. So as they run to the line this time, Hill's in the backfield. He's going to get the football, run forward, breaks a few tackles, and finally wrestled down there. That's going to be the big man. That's going to be big number 64 for those guys. Adrian Resendez on the tackle for the Foxes. Gain of 4 on the play. He makes it second down and 6 Aubrey now at the Caddo Mills 37.
The clock just keeps moving.
Minute 16 to go, third quarter. Aubrey breaks the huddle again, runs up, hands it off to Hill again, and he's swarmed immediately. Little to no gain. It'll be third down and maybe 5 coming up for the Chaparrals.
Stop there.
I'd look for something spread. I imagine on this play that they've run a few spread package options that, they're going to have to start getting into the bottom of their playbook. This offense is not designed for this type of game plan. They're a plus game plan style offense.
Holder this time, quick pitch out to Gibby. He was trying to stretch it out there. See how close he is. It's definitely 4-down territory for Aubrey, as Townley and Thomason were over there to force him out of bounds.
Yeah, looks like he's short.
Fourth, they're going to give it they've got it. I think they've kind of got to go for it.
Oh, absolutely.
As Gibby runs off the field. Holder now still back in the huddle. Hill's back deep here. Will probably hand it to the big man. He's got it right up the gut. Hill's not a small back at all. Listed Martavius Hill, 6 foot 205 junior. And that'll be the final play of the third quarter here at Ed Locker Stadium. Foxes lead the Chaparrals 43-21 on the Fox Radio Network. Hey there, Fox fans. Cody Hawkins, one half of the Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network. Here to remind you that it's that time of year again, folks. It's football season, which also means it's grilling season. And there is not another place around to get your fresh cut sausage or hamburger patties or all the meats for your cowboy game or your tailgate party than Butcherman's Gourmet Sausage located in Burrow, Texas. The Mott family has the widest variety of fresh cut steaks, hamburger patties, and fresh made sausage anywhere around. Don't forget, folks, the jalapeno cheddar patties are out of this world. They're always fresh made at Butcherman Sausage located in Burrow, Texas. And if you go in there and you see the Mott family, tell them you heard about them right here on the Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network. And we're back here at Ed Locker Stadium. Foxes lead 43-21 on the Fox Radio Network, man. Can't thank the Mott family enough. And if you need anything for your football watching weekend, if it's college or pros, definitely swing by Butcherman's and get a fresh pack of hamburger patties or some fresh ground sausage and tell the Mott family you heard about them here on the Fox Radio Network.
Or if you decide to come out and watch some CMYSA
there
football
you go.
Tomorrow, we'll be here.
Can you bring your own food in here? You got to buy it down there? What are y'all doing?
We got a fully stocked concession stand.
I know the answer to that. Harden's going to roll out here, looking for a man out here on the flat and the left side, and he just throws it away. Great pressure there by Jones.
Looked like Luke Allison was the intended receiver on that one.
So stops the clock, 11:54 to go. Second down and 10 for the Chaparrals. Down about the Fox 18-yard line. Could not ask for better weather for a football game tonight.
Absolutely. It's my favorite time of year weather-wise.
Holder breaks the huddle, runs up under center, snaps it, quick little toss to Gibby, trying to stretch it out, and he does. Gibby, not a big kid, not a fast kid, just shows a little flash and gets 2 or 3 yards a carry every time.
Yeah, and that's what all you can ask for out of a running back. You always gain yards. It's 3 yards a play gets you a first down in 4 downs every time. So
first down and goal, Aubrey from the Caddo Mills 4. Holder runs to the line this time. Is going to hand it. Yeah. Great tackle there. That's big Jacob Hall. And that was the bell cow there. That was Brylan Colgrove. We got an official timeout on the field. We'll take one with them right here on the Fox Radio Network. Hey there, Fox fans. This is Cody Hawkins, one half of the Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network, inviting you to Alumni Sports Grill located in downtown Roy City. They've got everything you need for any sports you need. TVs, wall-to-wall, Mavericks, Rangers, Stars, and Cowboys. And don't forget, folks, it's college football on Saturdays and the big event, the NFL Sunday Ticket, wall-to-wall football on Sundays. Any team you root for, they've got the TV for you. Don't forget daily specials, including Wing Wednesday and Taco Tuesday. And if you do see the owner, Tim, tell him you heard about it right here on the Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network. We're back here on the Fox Radio Network after an official timeout here. Had a little funny business going on with the Friday Night Football app. Greenville now leads Henderson 28-11. Of course, that was that crazy halftime score earlier. And Roy City leads Centennial 48-24 over at RCISD Stadium. And a little further now, Plano leads McKinney 35-34 with about 32 seconds to go. Out here at Ed Locker, it's second down now for the Chaparral. Second and goal, toss to Gibby, trying to stretch it. He doesn't quite get there either. So it'll be third down and goal coming up for the Chaparrals.
You got to feel like this is a must score, obviously, for Aubrey, but man, it would be a nice highlight accent to this defense's night to get a stuff here and keep them out of the end zone.
So it'll be third down and goal for the 3 for the Chaparrals. Holder now breaks huddle. Colgrove checks in at running back. Toss to Gibby now right side. He's going to get in. Touchdown, Chaparrals. They ran that stretch left, stretch right, stretch left, and finally somebody was going to get in the end zone, and it's Gibby. And it's 43-27 Caddo Mills.
Yeah, and to their credit, they're sticking to their game plan. No matter what the plus or minus script says, they are running the ball, and they're just going to keep running the ball.
Bohannon snaps it, kick is clean, and it's good. So with 10:34 to go, third quarter, Foxes still lead 43-28 on the Fox Radio Network.
Hey Fox fans, this is Mark Sweeney, one half of the Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network, inviting you to a true old school barbershop, but with a modern twist. I'm talking about 1885 Barbershop Shave and Parlor, located in downtown Roy City. They're a barbershop that practices the old school ways of a hot towel and a straight razor shave. The main thing is, you feel like you belong right when you walk in the doors, no matter who you are. Support your local barbershop, and when you see the guys, tell them you heard it right here on the Fox Radio Network.
And we're back here on the Fox Radio Network. I want to remind everybody real quick, you get your Fox cards downstairs, and all the proceeds go to the Caddo Mills Middle School PTO. $20, and over 30 people on it. Caddo Mills, Greenville, and Roy City communities have business on it. You can also get them at the Caddo Mills Middle School Facebook page or on the website. And if you go down there tonight, right across the concession stand, they'll show you how to buy one on your cell phone mobily. So definitely want to get you a Fox card. Like we mentioned earlier, a few Caddo Mills radio sponsors on that Fox card, so definitely want to do that. Townley now the only deep man to receive the ball for Caddo Mills. He's out back to his own 10-yard line. Correction, 15.
And I have to imagine any of the tricky stuff they've got in their kickoff in that playbook is going to have to come out.
Covering all the bases. Straight up in the air. It's going to take a bounce, live football. Townley has it, bounce in his arms, runs forward, and gets across to the 30-yard line. So 10:30 to go. First down and 10, Caddo Mills. Wouldn't be surprised if we maybe didn't get a pretty good heavy dose of running the football, maybe try to drain some of this clock.
Yeah, you'd like to see that and give the defense obviously some time off the field. But then again, when you're an offense like they are, they're high octane.
Yeah.
And so the scoring points doesn't ever change.
Exactly.
Clock don't matter when you keep scoring points. So. You'd like to see them methodically drive down the field, but they're not going to ever say, "Oh, I don't want to." I don't want a 60-yard completion this time.
So Townley back in shotgun formation. Pounds the only back in the backfield. Two wide receiver. Snaps the ball. He's going to have to eat it. He dropped it. Don't know if he was quite ready for that snap or not.
Townley is tackled in the back.
Clock's moving. It'll be second down for Caddo Mills. Almost look like maybe Townley and the center not on the same page there.
Yeah, just to look like a miscommunication, and they'll regroup and go again.
So great slate you mentioned earlier, great slate of CMYSA games up here tomorrow.
Yeah, absolutely.
Townley in shotgun formation. Hands it off quick to Pounds. Has some running room, kind of directing traffic and directing linemen. Great little run there by Connor. He's brought down by number 25, Wesley Huber. Finally gets big
Huber on the stop. Gave a few yards on the play.
Clock running, 9:39 to go in the ball game. Caddo leads 43-28 here, homecoming night. Townley in shotgun again. It's third down and 10. 4 wide, trips to the near side. Townley drops back. Looking for somewhere to throw, man. Wyatt, the big tight end, was on defense that time. Throws it about across the Pounds. Pounds has the first down across the 45-yard line. So had that only emergency player there for Townley, and he hits him, and it's another Caddo Mills first down.
And that goes back to what I was saying earlier. You teach your quarterbacks never throw back across the field, but when it works like it does for Townley, it's hard to tell them don't do that.
So Townley in shotgun formation, 4 wide receivers, 2 left, 2 right. Looks over to the Caddo Mills sideline, gets the play call. 8:59 to go in the ball game. Townley gets the snap, hands it off again, this time to Clayton.
Yeah.
Runs down and runs a few, gets across the 50-yard line. That was Huber again on the tackle there for Aubrey.
That was great way to finish a run. He stood have been tackled at the line of scrimmage and picked up 5.
So Townley back in shotgun formation here again. 4 wide receivers, 2 left, 2 right. Clayton back there with him. Plenty of time on the play clock as Townley looked over his shoulder. Pump fake, looking to move, has a man all over him, steps through it. Now he's running forward. Looking for a block for Hall around to the 50. 45 to the 40. Makes another man miss and dancing around, still on his feet.
Oh!
And there's a great piece of running there by Townley. Takes a shot at the end and just hops right back up.
And that's one of those things, man. You just a normal quarterback, you want him to throw that away, but not Townley. And you saved the clock. He didn't go out of bounds. I mean,
yeah,
couldn't have asked for a better play.
And big Jacob Hall, man, was directing traffic over on that left side as well. So it is first down and 10. Caddo Mills now at the Aubrey 37. 8:03 to go in the ball game. Townley in shotgun this time. Fake pumps, throws it out here for Saldivar in the field, drops it. Had a little screenplay set up to Saldivar, and he dropped it. Want to thank our great sponsors here tonight, TX Roofing and Steel, Alumni Sports Grill, Donaghy Ford and GMC in Greenville, 1885 Barbershop, Ken Parker Services, Wrap Garage, Butcherman's Gourmet Sausage, Field of Greens for sponsoring us this year. Want to give a shout out to Ann over at Caddo Creamery. Every week you can join me and Coach Crane live. If you got a little Q&A this week, about a 45-minute Q&A, and that's every Wednesday night at 6:30 live at the Caddo Creamery in downtown Caddo Mills. Townley in shotgun now, second down and 10. Drops back, plenty of time, throws it in the flat. Pass is complete there to Clayton, 25 to the 20. Tackled at about the 17-yard line. So now Clayton getting a little involved in the passing game as well for the Foxes.
Yeah, that was a nice route. Made a man miss and got a lot of extra yards after the catch, and that's what you like to see on those little out routes like that, and good piece of running.
7:39 to go in the ball game. First down and 10, Caddo now at the Aubrey 17-yard line. Townley in shotgun. Clayton in the backfield as a tailback. Toomey down here all by himself low. Toomey had a couple key third down conversions for the Foxes tonight. Play clock down to 7 for Townley. Snaps it, hands it off to Clayton. Moving right up the middle. Makes a man miss. May drag him into the end zone. Still on his feet for Clayton down to the 3.
Beautiful. Strong running. He's run really hard this whole drive.
Jackson Jennings finally got him on the ground for the Chaparrals, and it's first and goal Foxes with 7:03 to go in the ball game. Clayton at running back, Townley in shotgun. 3 wide receivers, Davis down low, Bean on the far side in the slot. Townley looks over his shoulder, checking that play clock. Very smart player. Takes the snap, hands it off to Clayton, right side, give it back to him. Touchdown, Foxes, as Clayton rumbles in the end zone.
Well deserved. Love to see him get the touchdown at the end of that drive. He was a workhorse. Great play, great drive.
So Caddo Mills now getting ready to have a 50-burger here on homecoming, as it's 49-28 Foxes with 6:40 to go in the ball game. Just an absolutely great offensive performance once again by this Caddo Mills offense.
Absolutely, and don't sleep on this defense. They have stepped up and stopped a really potent rushing attack for Aubrey, and you know that they've given up the yards on the ground, but the bend but don't break has definitely been in effect today.
Roots kick is good, and with 6:40, it's now 50-28 Foxes on the Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network.
We are so excited to tell you about the Caddo Mills Education Foundation. The Caddo Mills Education Foundation is a 501c3 nonprofit organization that provides grants to teachers for innovative and creative ideas that help foster a love of learning in the minds of all our Caddo Mills students.
The foundation recognizes a group of Caddo seniors each year, our fabulous Foxes, or Fab Foxes as we call them.
Caddo Mills Education Foundation has funded over $250,000 in teacher grants. We've also recognized more than 50 Fab Foxes.
None of this could be accomplished without the financial support of our donors.
If you would like to be a part of our mission, please visit the website at cmisdfoundation.org For more information about how you can support the Caddo Mills ISD Education Foundation, go Foxes!
Go Foxes!
And we're back here on the Fox Radio Network. Don't forget poker night next Saturday night, $50 tickets. Got a live band, you've got a dance, you've got barbecue, a lot of good time, and that goes to support our teachers here in Caddo Mills ISD. So Education Foundation Poker Night next Saturday night. That touchdown brought to you by Ken Parker Services, the great premier Linux dealer over in Greenville. Want to thank him for sponsoring the Caddo Mills Fox Radio broadcast.
Great play.
Great little kick there by Root.
Harden on the carry.
Harden got it, was tackled there by number 15 for Caddo Mills. Jaden Lamond, another kid that contributed on offense night, had another key reception on third down for Caddo Mills.
It's been a team effort out here. Obviously, Townley gets his stats, and he's a human highlight film, but there's been a lot of everybody's doing their job tonight, and it's you can't shut down an offense like this when the linemen block like they are, and all these receivers running around, running great routes, getting open, and then the defense is standing up when they have to.
And they got to take your hat off because we're definitely a smaller team compared to this Aubrey football team, but the Foxes, man, have been rough all night as Holder comes out. It's going to sling it downfield, and it's caught by number 6. He may go. And as I say that, Aubrey scores. Number 6, Samijah Brown goes all the way to the house, but there's a penalty flag. And it might be an illegal man downfield on Chaparral's. Illegal man downfield, the call against Aubrey. Might have had a lineman blocking a little too far downfield.
Yeah, and all these blocking schemes.
Brown, where's he been all night?
Yeah,
he was shot out of a cannon.
He sure was, and he was a good 10 yards behind the defense, and we got bailed out on that one. Connor's breathing a sigh of relief over here on the sideline.
And I think Coach Crane's having a constructive conversation with Mr. Pounds down there.
I think he's saying that probably shouldn't happen again.
So the play won't matter, but, man, it was a heck of a play as they slung it downfield. Illegal man downfield was the call on Chaparral's. It's a 5-yard penalty. First down and 15 for Aubrey. Negates the touchdown, and they're back here at their own 22-yard line. 6:23 to go. Foxes lead 50-28. Holder back in shotgun formation with 3 wide receivers. Fakes it, slings it in the flat. It's actually caught, but Stillos had him for a moment short of the first down. He's still running. So Holder now, Chaparral's down so many scores, kind of going to the passing game a little bit, and that will be a Aubrey first down.
Yeah, and I got to be honest, I expected them to have to do this a lot earlier. At this point in the game, it's not much you can do when you're down 3 scores, 4 scores, and
Aldridge now, after the tackle, he's going to move out and be on the run, and Holder slings it again, has a man open. That might be Brown again. He had the huge reception. That was negated.
Brown on the completion.
Number 1, Howie made the tackle, finally on the ground. Now Aubrey, here we go again. They're starting to kind of churn a little bit with 5:51 to go in the ball game. Whistles blowing. Kind of set, didn't have the ball quite set. That was an official timeout. Clock running, 5:48 to go. First down and 10, Aubrey. Right about the Fox 48-yard line. Hands it this time to Cook. And he's wrestled down that time by Dumeier. Dumeier getting his beak in there and then slowing down Cook, and we've had a really struggled at times doing that tonight.
Yeah, he gets ahead of steam going, and he's had a lot of running room at times, but good play.
Second down and 10, Chaparral's at the Caddo Mills 43-yard line. Holder slings it out here incomplete. Pass intended for number 8, Jennings. And that'll stop the clock with 5:17 to go in the ball game.
Third down for the visitor.
You know, a game like this, these linemen, man, all this cutting, it just does a number on your knees, and you're constantly having to squat down and defend your legs, and it's a lot of work.
Holder now waiting the ball. It was 3rd and 10, looking for a man to sling it to downfield. He's on the move. Now he's just got to go. Lowers his head, takes a shot over there on his far sideline, and they're going to call a flag in here.
Flag laid on the
Tackle
play.
was made by Thomason.
That's on the, I don't even know what he's calling from way over here.
And the line judge threw it over on the Caddo Mills sideline.
I don't know if he saw a hold coming from the back, or that's all I can think is that it was an offensive holding, but
Wave off the flag on the play.
Okay, they picked it up. Yeah, it was thrown over here. Not too sure what the line judge saw, but it is 4th down now for Aubrey. Waiting the snap is Holder back in shotgun, fakes it, has a penalty marker already on the field as Holder runs forward, has the Aubrey 1st down. Flag was thrown right about the 40-yard line by the referee over on the far side of the field.
Reed on the tackle.
As Holder, man, was bumbling and stumbling and kept his feet, and finally Rafe got him on the ground.
yeah, it looked like we just lined up in the neutral zone on that one.
Remind everybody here, of course, we are at 50% capacity, but there is a way to get in the ball game. You can join the Booster Club for $20. You can volunteer. You get to get a free meal, a half a football, and get into the ball game for free. So if you volunteer, that's pretty cool. So 1st down throw to Holder to number 3 for Aubrey. That's Harden. So definitely if you want to join the Booster Club and you want to get in the ball game, you can do that. Just volunteer. So
That was a well-designed little cutback wide receiver.
I'm kind of wondering why you do this before 4:26 to go on the ball game down by 3 scores. It's very odd.
I know that their identity is the running game, but at some point you.
Yeah. So 1st and goal from the 4. They try to stretch it out there to Cook, and that thing sealed up pretty quickly there as Aldridge came in there and had the tackle. Aldridge has had a heck of a game tonight on both sides of the ball.
Absolutely.
4 minutes to go. Be 2nd down and goal from the 6 now for Chaparral. Caddo Mills leads 50-28. Holder breaks the huddle this time. Now trying to run it to Gibby to the stretch side. He scored last time. He's going to be tackled short of the end zone. Clock running, 3:41 to go.
Jacob Hall.
Hall's had a heck of a game tonight offensively and defensively.
3rd and goal for the visitors.
Clock running with 3:26 to go in the ball game.
Hey, well, we got a short pause. Hey, all hot dogs, fries, and nuggets at the concession stand, they're $1 each, so load up.
$1.
3rd and goal from the 4 now. Holder's going to drop back and take a big sack.
Yes,
Jacob Hall, the big cat.
Blew him up.
Was back there.
Jacob Hall, welcome to Friday Night Football, buddy.
Jacob Hall has been on the horse all night long. It'll be 4th and goal for Aubrey. Clock's running with 2:55 to go. It'll be 4th and goal from the 10.
Hot dogs, french fries.
Jacob put his work boots on today.
Absolutely. Want to say this game was broadcast with permission from Caddo Mills Superintendent Luke Allison and the UIL. Want to thank him for allowing us to do this. Play clock down to 4 for Aubrey as they break the huddle. Holder runs them out, 4 wide receivers. And looks like it's probably going to be a timeout for Aubrey. And we'll just stick with it here. Go through some area scores here for a moment.
Aubrey.
Rockwall Heath now this is a ball game. Rockwall Heath and Louisville, 72-52 in the 3rd quarter. Wow.
I don't think those defenses got off the bus.
Mesquite Horn leads J.J. Pierce 24-10. That is in the 3rd quarter as well. Greenville now leads Henderson 34-10, 34-11 out at Cotton Stadium. Edgewood leads Scurry Rosser 49-21 there in the 4th quarter. Grant Saline trails Winona 26-14. They just started the 4th quarter. And Commerce leads Bonham 43-0. They just started the 4th quarter as well. So, and over at some local games here, Kimball Knights lead the Garland Owls 7-0, and Royce City, games get a little tighter. They now lead Centennial 48-28 with about 5 minutes to go. So 4th and goal now for Aubrey. 2:27 to go in the ball game here at Ed Locker. Caddo Mills leads 50-28. For a 50% capacity stadium, I felt like this thing was rocking all night.
So much fun. It's everybody brought their A game on the energy department, and the fans have been active. They've been a part of the game, and it's really fun. And, you know, even in a COVID world, we can still have a good time and get out to a Friday night football game.
So now it's going to be 4th and goal from the 15 after the false start for Aubrey. Holders in shotgun formation. Another penalty coming up on Aubrey. This was 1st and goal from the 3 for the Chaparrals when this thing started.
Yeah, you got to think that they are ready to get on the bus at this point.
Once again, remind everybody the bond meetings for the upcoming $90 million Caddo Mills bond election will take place September 29th at 5:30 at Lee Elementary and October 6th at 6 p.m. at Griffiths. Early voting begins October 13th at the admin building, and election day is November the 3rd. So 4th and goal from the 20 now for Aubrey. Holder back in shotgun formation, drops back, full blitz on by Caddo Mills. Pass is complete. He's going to be stopped short of the goal line. And an great tackle there by number 33 for Caddo Mills, Hunter Carter. And the Foxes are on their way to 4-0 to start this 2020 campaign.
This is a huge win for Caddo. It shows that we are, you know, obviously we knew that we had a good ball team, but Aubrey's coming in here 4-0. Aubrey hasn't even been challenged all year.
Big Jacob Hall, man. He's pumped up down there.
Heck yeah, man. Good
he
to
has
see.
had a heck of a night.
Absolutely. A heck of a night.
I'll tell you this. If we really had a pregame that was kind of rushed in this out there, if you would have told me that Caddo Mills was going to hold Aubrey as high-powered as they've been to 28 points, man, I don't know if you could have sold me on that.
No, they've averaged close to 50 points a game. They've won all their games by 20-plus points.
Quick little pitch out to Saldivar here. Tackled there from behind, but holds on to the football. Clock running. Caddo Mills has all 3 timeouts. Aubrey has 2. Clock's running with 2 minutes to go. So, of course, like I said, no ball game next week. We'll be back here with you at Ed Locker Stadium live as the 2020 district season opens, as the Foxes will host the Sunnyvale Raiders after the bye week. Minute 56 to go with this one. Saldivar this time jet sweep now right side on the move. He's turning a little bit, gets across the 30-yard line. They'll stop the clock for a moment and set the chains. As Caddo Mills is in a little bit of somewhat of a victory formation, is going to run the football here. Remind everybody to do a little post-game show tonight. We're going to toss it down to Mark, and he's going to try to get Coach Sweeney on as he leaves. Coach Sweeney.
Coach Crane.
That is Coach Sweeney. That was Coach Crane on as he leaves the field at halftime, and me and Papa go over some stats and then get you home tonight. Is also don't forget 93.5, the Coyote in Greenville, is having a scoreboard show tonight, and Mark's going to call in as the Caddo Mills Super Fan of the Week, and this was also the featured game of the week over on 93.5, the Coyote in Greenville. So Mr. Sweeney will take care of that as well, as we've had one kneel down. 1 minute to go as the homecoming Ed Locker crowd is getting ready to head to their homes. I want to thank my crew tonight. Justin Poprider, of course, riding shotgun tonight. Kevin Mosier on the board. The super producer, Ross Van Huss, and Mark Sweeney on the sidelines tonight for us. So 39 seconds to go.
That'll do it.
That'll do it. Another Fox win as they go to 4-0. 50-28 over the Aubrey Chaparrals. That is a outstanding bit of offensive football. Is 50 points scored tonight by the Caddo Mills Foxes. And we're just waiting for the signal here from Mark to let us know he's on the air. And we'll try to get a few post-game comments from Coach Crane and maybe go over some post-game stats and then wrap this thing up.
By acting in a sportsmanlike manner.
We're going to take a commercial we can't, never mind.
Thank you. Good
This will
night.
be the TX Roofing and Steel post-game show here on the Fox Radio Network. Waiting for Mr. Sweeney to look up at me, give me a sign. This is really, hey, man, this is high-tech technology up here now, man. This is state-of-the-art here.
Getting it fancy out here.
We are getting it fancy. We ready? All right, we're going to go to Mark live on the sideline with Coach Crane. Hawkins here with the Cattle Mills Fox Radio Network. Coming to you today.
Waiting on Coach Crane, guys. Still waiting on Coach Crane to finish up with the players. There he is right here.
Right now, he's right behind the varsity cheerleaders, and we're fixing to go to him right, let's see here, right now.
Hey, Coach. Hey, it's a great night when you can send the homecoming crowd home with the win, 50% capacity. Seems like everybody brought it tonight.
Hey, that's a great football team right there.
Yes, sir.
That is an outstanding football team. That is a football team that's physical, that's been our bugaboo. And our kids executed offensively, defensively. Our special teams executed. But we're a long ways away. We never talked about beating these guys. We talk about peaking ourselves for district, okay? And so that great win. Enjoy our homecoming. Outstanding. But we've got to have our eye on the prize. That's not our goal.
That's right.
That's not our goal. And we got to continue to get better.
Hey, Coach, hey, great win. Go enjoy it with the players. Great job. And, hey, get healthy. You got a bye week. Let's get ready for Sunnyvale.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you.
And that was Coach Crane there, man. I'll tell you what, we could pass an offering plate down there right now. I may throw some in the pot, man.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah, so, the goal there, I like it. You want to win tonight, but the goal is to get ready for district, and he didn't deny that the next time we're on this field, it's a big ball game against Sunnyvale.
Absolutely, and it's a great litmus test. That Aubrey is a great football team. You got to give it to them. They are very, very physical, and they've dominated everybody they've played to this point. So good to see Caddo come out and bow up and show that we are legitimate. We are everything that we've shown every game this year so far, and we are a definite contender to make a deep run in the playoffs and do some big things in this district.
And you're listening to the TX Roofing and Steel post-game show here on the Fox Radio Network. One thing that surprised me the most when we saw, you ever see a team looks good in uniform? I kind of felt like that might have been Aubrey a little bit. I mean, they came off the bus, had some, like you called them, two tall things out in the middle of the line, but they had
turrets on the side there.
They had they had two kids, 6'5" and 6'6", both tight end / wide receiver, and I don't know if one of them had a catch till late in the fourth quarter in kind of a mop-up time.
Yeah, and you see that, and they've got next level size on that team, and that's what you'd like to see when you're trying to run a power offense like that. But you would think that they would have to have something else to be able to do when they're not in plus game planning, and they just never switched out of that. And you can give it to them and say that's their identity. They run the ball. That's what they do. But at the end of the day, a good football team is going to have to be able to do more when they're not just dominating like Aubrey might have been used to thus far in the season.
So 552 yards of total offense tonight for Caddo Mills, 368 for Aubrey. That kind of, that seems like it was a lot further out in there at time. 332 yards passing for Tyler Townley tonight, and they held Aubrey to just 87.
Yeah, and and those were a couple of junk plays that they broke, and they had that one pass that could have been a big deal at the end there that thankfully got called back. But this offense is powerful, and it's going to get you 50 points a game. Obviously, we're averaging well over 50 this year, and the defense is really what stood out to me today. That they withstood all of that physical. We are a lot smaller than them. Aubrey's got those big, like we just mentioned. They got the size in the trenches, and we, for the most part, dominated that line of scrimmage.
Now we did it. Now Aubrey did outrush us 281 to 220. That was a center point of their offense was trying to run that football all night long.
Absolutely. Aubrey ran for 380 yards against Terrell, they ran for close to 500 against Kaufman.
Yeah.
So to hold a team like that runs the ball 50, 60 times a game to, under 300 yards rushing is still – you'd like to see them step up and really dominate a game. But when you've got a high-powered offense like that, it neutralizes anything, especially a running game.
You said they average 60 plays a game. You hit that right on the head. 58 offensive snaps tonight for Aubrey. They average 60, so right on average. Only 53 tonight for the Foxes, but 53 snaps, you get 50 points. I'll take that every day of the week.
Yeah, absolutely. And when you're high octane like this offense is, you're not gonna always have more plays because you have more big plays and you eat up more field. Your drives are shorter as far as plays go, and they don't take as much time. So you let a team run themselves out of the game like Aubrey did, and that works. So both sides of the ball work for you game plan wise, and it just works.
And I think one thing that makes this a special group, and it's a senior group, play together a long time, is the connection that Townley has with guys like Bean and Davis. Some of these receivers, to sometimes they're not even open.
Yes,
and the ball's just right on them.
He's made such strides since last season, and as a passer, and he's gotten a couple of offers already this season now because of that. Schools are starting to see that, he's legitimate as a quarterback. He's not just a good scrambling quarterback. He's got a good arm. He makes good decisions, and he's got good chemistry with these receivers. They've been playing for a long time together. So that's something that you can't coach, you can't teach, you can't create. You just when it develops over that amount of time and you invest in him from a young age, it's a beautiful thing to watch.
So Townley exactly 13 for 21, 332, 3 touchdowns, and threw that interception early in the first quarter. You almost kind of forget about that, but, man, he did have a pick that was kind of ripped out of the receiver's hand, so not really on him. On the ground, 20 attempts, 154 yards for Tyler, average 7 yards a carry.
Yeah, and I mean, he got that. He made an interception on his own. It's like when the pitcher gets up and hits a home run to help himself out. So he kind of equalized that turnover by going out there and getting one of his own. It was a pretty intense collision, but it was good to see him get up and finish the game strong, and a great performance.
So rushing, of course, Aubrey, it was almost by committee. The leading guy, of course, Brylan Colgrove, 19 attempts, 149 yards, had 83 of it on one carry. Cook had 38. It seems like J.J. Cook had more than 38 yards. They just seem to be pivotal moment yards, and those were pretty much your leading rushers for Aubrey tonight.
Yeah, and they really shut Colgrove down. It was that one play, and you give a guy the ball 19 times and he gets 80 of it on one play.
You take that, yeah.
You're going to take 18 carries for 60 yards any day of the year from a running back, especially on a team that runs the ball as much as they do.
We are listening to the TX Roofing and Steel post-game show. We used to do it at halftime. We want to thank our sponsors tonight, TX Roofing and Steel, Alumni Sports Grill, Donaghy Ford and GMC, 1885 Barbershop, Ken Parker Services, Wrap Garage, Butcherman Gourmet Sausage, Field of Greens, and don't forget, I want to push this again because she's done a great job. Caddo Creamery will be the host of the live show with the Coach Cody Crane Show next week, live every Wednesday night at 6:30 at downtown Caddo Mills. Diabetics beware in that place.
Yeah, they got some tasty treats.
So we're going to wrap this thing up here at Ed Locker Stadium. Once again, you're going to wrap up the TX Roofing and Steel postgame show. Foxes beat the Chaparrals 50-28. For Justin Poprider, I'm Cody Hawkins here on the Fox Radio Network. Hey there, Fox fans. Cody Hawkins here with the Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network, coming to you tonight to talk about TX Steel, your premier custom steel builder, serving Hunt County and all surrounding communities. They're veteran-owned, and right now they're offering a 5% discount to teachers and first responders. Also, with any purchase, you get a free consultation. So call those guys and help them build your dream at 214-280-3264. And don't forget, folks, this spring, if the weather gets a little wicked, don't forget about TX Roofing for all your roofing needs. And if you see the owner, Gary, tell him you heard about it right here on the Caddo Mills Fox Radio Network.